Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. It's been a quick minute. To any fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Including but not limited to, yeah, including but not limited to me and the DM daddy. Baby, we're in a different. There you go. You got it.
I'll figure it out eventually. I wasn't sure, so I was like, I'll just give it a test.
There you go. Yeah. All right. We're back with some more die roll Lost Horizon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let's get right into the recap. And that is, last week, the crew arrived at the planet. They arrived in the Maz system, yes, and they traveled to the planet, the moon of Dacus, where they made a contact, decided to do a job, and someone, a third party, I guess a fourth party in this case, happened to throw a monkey wrench in the form of a laser shot through a window that killed their target that they were supposed to save. They were supposed to organize. They were supposed to. You guys were doing some kind of like staged assault.
Yep.
Well, instead,
we were
the person.
we were
It's real
fake
highbrow.
assassinating.
Yeah, you were fake assassinating, and then someone else assassinated the thing you were trying to fake assassinate. It was a whole thing. And Bag Rag Huruk caught the dead.
A terminal case of it.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 people who die stay dead.
I want to meet the 1 out of 10 that doesn't.
It's the future. Anyway, then they got contacted by an officer of Trio 2, which is a private security firm of Barilar Associates, one of the 6 megacorps of the planet Tectus, which is the host planet of the moon Dacus. And they were invited to Adam 4, I believe. They were invited to Adam 4 to meet with Barilar Associates who wanted to give them a job. They accepted, and they met with a partner. That's his rank, title, whatever. His name is Taral. He was an Erzretian, and he offered them a job, which they accepted. And the job is to sabotage the Ethereal Space Elevator that is geosynchronous with Haley 9. The sabotage will be done with a device that is supposed to self-destruct. It is supposed to mechanically rewire, rearrange, reconfigure, is actually the best word. I just had to get there. The elevator to be too fast, basically. And then they're supposed to transmit the next shipment of cargo up the accelerated elevator and cause structural damage to Haley 9. And this is because Barilar Associates wants to damage one of their competitors and swoop in and take their clientele. At least that's what Toral told them. I'm summarizing. The crew agreed, however, they are skeptical of the entire operation. They don't want to be terrorists. They are going to try to minimize damage, but at the same time completing their job. In addition to the payout, which was nebulous aside from a stack of freaking ingots, was also they could help you with technology upgrades, weapons, armor, what have you. They've also provided each of you with a face mask. This face mask basically changes the way your face looks. For Irene, it'll change everything from the neck up to look human.
Yeah, it's real Mission Impossible.
Right, but these face masks, they don't come with a new identity. They don't change your voice. They literally just give you a different face so you can get past facial recognition. And if you wear these masks and, cause trouble, like, I don't know, corporate terrorism, then, it's not going to come back to you necessarily.
Well, it's not going to come back to our face.
Right, exactly. So it is a modest disguise, and it is the down payment on the job. You guys are to meet with a mercenary group, which I have added to your journals. The mercenary group is called the Den Star Squad. There are 8 of them. And they are your muscle. They also have the transportation because spaceships are not allowed down on the planet Tectus. They will get tagged. So you have to use a specific type of orbit to ground vehicle that has 0 emissions because Tectus is a 100%. Every inch of it is designed for agricultural. So it's either grazing lands or farmlands, and those alternate to keep the soil rich. And the entire planet is basically a giant farmland. So they don't want anyone bringing down starships and fucking up their delicate ecosystem. So you guys are going to rendezvous with the mercenaries, maybe tomorrow, let's say. So you guys have a day to kind of talk amongst yourselves, make plans, etc. On the far side of Dacus, because you guys are going to be posing as a Dacus extremist group that wants to separate themselves from Tectus, and that's your cover, and so that Barlar Associates can pin that, and it's a credible substitute for Barlar Associates, so that they don't get pegged as the ones that did the sabotage. You guys also have a very specific series of times that you can head to Adam 4 through a very specific route, which will evade the other Tectus space station's sensor networks, so that no one will see your ship going in and out of Adam 4. So we start with you guys on the Involucre. A safe distance from the planet.
How to make this tenable? I mean, did you have any ideas on that front?
Define tenable?
I just recall that you shared some of my anxiety over civilian casualties, harm to the workers. I was wondering if you'd had any ideas or thoughts on how to minimize those damages.
I
Well-
had a potential idea.
Oh,
By all means.
These systems tend to have alarms. If we could accidentally, while we're prepping the device to throw the elevator up at insane speeds, activate the alarm to let the people know, hey, something's up, there's a chance that they'll take the alarm seriously and scatter.
do you feel that the corporate response would be to allow workers to evacuate?
I would assume so, because replacing cost of human lives and training would be quite expensive. It depends on how specialized the workers are.
Well, and that kind of falls in line with what I had in mind,
Yes,
which
go ahead.
would be to actually warn them, but in the form of, hey, we're this terrorist organization and we're going to attack you in 5 minutes. Clear your people out.
Do you think there's a way we could do that remotely?
It depends on the communications capability of the installation that we're infiltrating. It would have to be done from there. Or Or
Brief beer back. Keep going.
we could send them a pre-recorded message from the Involucre that we could trigger remotely. And then they're being warned by the concerned third party that has heard that this is going to be happening. And then we don't have anything to do with it otherwise.
I like your idea, Irene. However, let's say I'm a government official, and I come over to you, Irene, and I say, "How did you know about this plot?" What's your answer?
Well, we could always just use the excuse that we were on the planet that is, or the
No,
moon.
we don't want to. We don't want to tell them we were on the planet. That's why we're wearing masks. The problem is we send the message from the Involucre, then the wearing the mask is useless. Unless we want to like increase our bounties. Well, actually, but I like the idea of triggering the warning system and maybe even doing a theatrical kind of, "Mwahaha, I am your villain. Here is my monologue, my plan to destroy you all. You only have this long to escape," and then they would escape.
I much prefer that solution. It doesn't track back to us and does not open doors to people questioning how we got a hold of the information. It's just a bunch of terrorists that are a little bit too volatile.
Yeah, well, that solution was Irene's idea. Irene is just talking about the technical necessities of making that idea happen are that we need a place to send the message from. One of the only things we have available to us would be the Involucre, but that would undermine the whole disguise element.
Unless I know your skills with computers, IPOS, and I know Irene's skills with just general mechanics and electronics, unless you could send a message from the Involucre but hide the signature. So that, since it's a ping, I would assume
Like
that
an
Sorry?
intergalactic VPN.
essentially, but
And that brings us
since
to our
it's a ping,
sponsor.
Space Nord.
Raid! Shadow Legends!
so since it would be a ping and not a direct connection, they couldn't track it back. They could see the origin location because it's a ping. You know, it's like kind of a.
Yes.
I'm a little bit bad with my 3D thing, but it would be like a bubble that comes out of the Involucre and sends the message out in pretty much every direction or in a specific direction. But then hopefully we do the thing, we go back to the Involucre and just fly away, and they wouldn't know that the Involucre was there. Like, they would know the message came from where the Involucre was, but they wouldn't know it was the Involucre if we do it quick enough.
Except for this planet did construct our ship and recognize it whenever we entered just kind of the area.
While it's on the planet, but what if we're somewhere in space? What if the Involucre is just floating somewhere in space?
Who would be piloting the Involucre?
A good point, would all be on the thing, so yeah, we would just leave it empty in the space. Yeah, okay, doesn't work.
We need a way to deliver the message. I agree. Warning the community is an excellent idea. So it sounds like I've got some great thinkers on board our ship. Now that we've been able to come together and agree that this is a necessity, I'm satisfied with that answer. So now it's just breaking it down into how we can do it. I feel like the use of the Involucre to send the message is not a wise decision, considering we are right outside of Tectus, who manufactured our vehicle. But there's something to be said for the idea of accessing that on premises, accessing the kind of systems on premises. Yes, Irene.
Do we have an exact timetable for when this attack is happening?
Do we have an exact table for when this attack is happening, Jagan?
Nope.
Okay. So it's just kind of like on our schedule?
It's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what this is something that Irene would probably know, but Vegas doesn't know. What is the current status of an autopilot system on the Involucre?
It's not reactive, but you can program a flight path.
So we can program a very specific go here, turn this way, go there, turn that way, go back to here, stop, wait, then start again and come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what if and I'm not exceptionally good with advanced navigation programming like this, but hear me out. What if we were able to set the Involucre to follow the sensor network shadow schedule, send the message out while within that shadow, and then come back so that the Involucre is never identified in this process? It's just a message that came from out there.
The only thing we need to consider using your idea, but I like your idea a lot, is how many ships depart from the station we're in right now on a, let's say, an hourly basis. If it's a lot, we're fine. If it's like one per day, then it would be a little bit suspicious that the Involucre took off, message was sent, Involucre comes back. That's just one consideration to have, but other than that, your idea is really, really good.
I like Irene's idea. Irene, how practical would it be to access, to kind of trip up this warning wire at the same time as we are increasing the speed of the, the projectile to be?
Therein lies the tricky part. We would have to essentially be able to guarantee our progress at the installation meets a specific timetable that matches with the message that we're sending from a sensor shielded Involucre. It would be doable if we can synchronize our progress on the ground without too much wiggle room.
I like where you're headed with that.
Well, I mean, duh, it's one of my ideas.
I'm so impressed by your confidence. It's really, what's the word? It's inspiring and bolsters my own confidence in our overall team, our community building endeavors, to know that you're so sure of yourself. I really admire that about you. So this sounds like a plan. Elise, I know that you're not necessarily as specialized in the technological fields, but I do wonder about your ability to convey directed messages to individuals on the reception deck, like at the top of where our projectile will meet. If maybe that would be a feasible way to land a warning to that group in an undetected manner.
And much more controlled. Irene could delay the launch until message has been sent.
The ideal being that the distance wouldn't be too great for your immense and incredibly impressive power. I don't know what the limitations on those things are. It doesn't naturally come to me. But it might be exactly the answer we're seeking. Setting off the warning alarms in a digital way is still on the list. But I did realize we have untapped potential in our Starkeeper ally. And dare I say friend? And Hyperwest is gonna like nudge Elise a little bit, like, because you like us now.
You are my friend, Hyperwest. You could say it.
Ugh.
Okay, well, I can, in theory, transmit a message. The problem is it's usually only to people I know, or can see or perceive. And that is quite a long distance. Which brings me back to you, GM. Perceive, so... that's kind of vague. Like, what would you define as perceive?
This is for telepathy?
Yes.
Look at him, I think he's reading a book. What a nerd.
I have my book now. It was my Father's Day gift.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, this man's been shot. Is there a doctor in the room? I'm a doctor. Nerd!
Perceive,
I ain't
that
even
is like any form, any of your 5 senses, if you perceive them. So if you have them on a view screen, if you're hearing their voice, that is perceiving them. There are range penalties, depending on how far away they are. Yeah.
So the main problem is that I have to see, hear, talk, even touch this person in order to send a message, is what I'm getting at. So if you could pull them up on a view screen, I could do it, but that might give us away, unless we're quote-unquote talking to them through a view screen to threaten them, and while you guys are doing that, I send the message.
I'm sorry, babe. Every time you talk, you can just hear everything going on downstairs. It's not your fault. It's just it's making me laugh.
We have tiny humans.
Yeah, and they're loud.
Happy Father's Day!
That was really nice.
So, contacting a space station from on a planet's surface using contact would be very long range. Because a low orbit is 2,000 kilometers or less, and long range is 1,000 kilometers. So. Just throwing that
Very
out
long
there.
range is like what, a -3, -4?
I think it's -3. I'm looking that up now. -3.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
I mean, that's acting against everything Elise has. Also, it feels exactly what using a hero point is for. As far as like the idea of spending a hero point to warn a space station, to get people off, to save their lives, like seems like a pretty
Heroic.
Heroic act.
a very
Yeah.
big, heroic, like dramatic act. So it's one that I'm willing to take the risk on, even if there are like a lot of things against us. Obviously, it's not my resource to spend. That's up to Alenia. But as far as I think this is our most solid idea, it doesn't
Mhm.
risk putting everyone in danger because Lacey
Including the
wouldn't
ship.
have to identify herself. We just need to perceive someone on the ship, which is easier for us to do. We could hypothetically just create a drone with a camera feed, or we could access the security cameras and Elise could pick someone out of the crowd.
Yep. Speaking of hero points, when do we get one? Is it at the beginning of the session?
It's when Jakin tells us.
When I tell
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's not
I-
every session.
I think I gave y'all up to close to the end of last session. I think I gave y'all.
That's
one.
very possible.
Yeah.
You gave us one last time.
Trying to weasel your
is-
way into more hero points. Don't you already have like 8?
Always. No, I got 5. I used 1.
Oh.
Is this
I keep using mine.
discussion about
Hero
the
points?
potential of telepathy happening in character as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I, as a captain, want everyone to feel involved in the plan making process because we are a community,
I mean,
and I'm not in
wouldn't
charge.
Wouldn't it be possible to get a labor roster? Like an employee list? And just pick someone off of that as long as she's made herself as long as you've made yourself familiar with their documentation, documentate. We're gonna go with documentation. Is that something that would help, Elise?
I think that'd be the GM's call. Could I do it off of seeing a picture of someone?
No, you have to be perceiving them actively, not past tense.
Well, wouldn't you also be able to, like, you've done it before where like you close your eyes and go into this weird trance thing where you're seeing things that are far away?
Hang on, I
Could
gotta
you-
scroll up to that, and my computer's being a little slow.
Ha! Scrolling. That's for people who don't have the book.
Shut up, you.
I'm so happy for you, you nerd.
You have no idea how happy this makes me.
No, I have some idea. I love the book.
Because it was, how'd you put it? Small?
It's small. But
It is pretty small.
its tiny size is growing on me.
Well, if it's growing, it's gonna get big.
Just put
Yeah.
Stop. he went there in his head, and I was trying to stop him from going there further. Shut up, Bill.
Okay, I can't view anything unless I've been there. So, unless I've seen the room, I can't actually see what's inside of it. That is...
I think accessing a security feed and just choosing someone who is literally there in the midst of the crowd is going to be the fastest way to spread that like wildfire. Even then, we could just trip the fire alarm in that way. Like, as far as like sending a telepathic message like, oh god, there's a fire, get everyone out of there, is going to be quick, isn't going to trick anyone into like noticing that it is our force in particular, so no one's going to be sent down to deal with us. I think that is our best course of action. So then the question is, how well can we access the security system? Which, out of character, I put 3 in security now.
Also, you can remote view if with an informed guess. So you can say, I want to view a location that you know exists. You can do that because that's an informed case.
I was gonna say maybe if I had a blueprint.
Yeah, I think you guys asked for a blueprint and they were like, nah.
Yeah, they didn't have.
Yeah.
The problem I have with making Elise also do the like using her powers for the informed like perception element is that it's putting a lot of weight on Elise to perform to a certain ability, and if she doesn't, that's it. We don't have a backup way to cover for it. We could first ideal plan, Elise sees a space, chooses somebody, sends them a message, and it goes really well. And then we don't have any kind of electronic paper trail. We don't have any breadcrumbs leading back to us. But I want us to consider the potential that Elise is not able to.
Or there's no monitor and we can't see them. Yeah.
Backup
Bringing a compad and accessing the security system to use it as a monitor is a good backup plan. That said, I don't have a compad, but we did just hear from our new, well, I don't want to call them allies necessarily, as the people who kind of strong-armed us into the agreement, that they would provide us with some technology. So I do wonder if maybe that would include just letting us borrow a compad to plug into the system.
We need to have a good reason, however, because they might ask, why do you need a compad? Your job is to, just send the stuff.
To get through security. Like we're supposed to infiltrate, to get into space. We're not going to have access to our ship.
Do you even know what's involved with hacking into a shielded, closed circuit system and convincing it to do things that it's not supposed to do? And
yes,
then
I've seen
trying
Age
to
of Moon
cover
Flag.
our
You just
trails
go
and
on your keyboard and bam, you've hacked.
Actually, that's my job. But
no, that's what we would say to them.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Irene, you've really carried an element of authenticity to that performance. Thank you. The fact that Razik was so convinced leads me to believe that you're the perfect person to make this request. Thank you so much for volunteering your time to do that.
I hate you, Doctor.
I've refilled the water chamber and the reconstitution device for ration bars. So once it's finished, like warming up, everyone should be able to start their dinner.
While that's warming up, Elise, can I borrow you for a moment?
Yes, of course. Oh, and as a surprise for Razik on the troll wheel, I'd cleaned my fur out of the drain this time.
Oh, Elise is grown as a person.
Sounds made up, but okay.
Hold on. Let me look at the ship.
After all of Elise's little tricks, he's now expecting the fur to show up somewhere like really unexpected, and he's now going to be on like very suspicious, cautious kind of motion, like looking under his pillow, under his sheets, like, where is it? Where's the fur? There's supposed to be fur.
It's in the trash.
That's the greatest trick of all.
There was no trick to begin with.
Not my trash can, but it's in a trash can.
And that trash can may not be firmly on the ground.
Bolted to one of the beams overhead. Irene is going to lead Elise to the cargo hold.
It's very roomy and echoey in there, I assume.
Roomy is the important part of it. The
Oh, no.
echoey is...
Yeah, I don't know if it's big enough to really have an echo.
So-
maybe.
The other day you were asking about like some sort of hand-thrown projectile disc thing?
Yes, vibroblade that I could throw, preferably in a circle shape.
Yes. So I've worked up a bit of a prototype that I wanted you to toss around and see if I got the return sensor calibrated correctly. And she'll go over to a little like footlocker thing, pop it open, and pull out a very, very ugly, very not shiny metal disc with little bits of circuitry around it. Now, obviously, this isn't the final product, so it will look much nicer when I'm done with it, but you know, we still have to test it first. So here you go.
Do we
And
have,
I have no idea what sort of skill this would use or anything. I haven't even out of character even mocked up like stats to show Jake and to be like, hey, is this something we could do? This is just a, you know, toss it around and give me ideas.
Well, as far as like throwing it, it's literally just my missile attack. And
Yeah, but you have psychic throw now.
well, yeah, no, it's like I use the missile attack, but it does the weapon's damage.
Right.
Oh, and all of its special abilities.
Which for a vibroblade is AP2. Plus one if two-handed, but obviously you can't throw something psychically with both hands, because that's not how that works. So yeah, I mean, like, we could just call it a vibroblade that is circular, chakram shaped.
I've got to make a macro for that. I should have done it last time. Didn't even think about it.
Vegas, are you saying you want to create the ultimate frisbee?
I don't know if I'd go so far as to say ultimate. That's still a few iterations down the line.
Well, if you want to give it a whirl, just give me a, a psychokinesis check. Yeah.
Excellence, the middle one, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. So you throw it quite well. Unfortunately, you weren't quite prepared for its design and weight and whatnot. So you throw it hard against the opposite bulkhead, and it ricochets back and starts hurtling towards Irene. And in that moment, Irene kind of throws her hand forward, and it alters course and scatters to the ground behind her.
Did you program it to do that?
So, program it to do what? It was programmed to return to you? But, no, okay, so it's programmed to return to the individual that threw it, but I was not prepared for you to throw it with your brain. So it might have gotten confused in that I was the last one to throw it physically.
But why did it go off course?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's in its testing phases. So, I mean,
Maybe the
let's
balance is off.
be grateful that it didn't take my head off. Next time, throw it a little bit better.
I'm sorry. I did not anticipate it coming back the way it did either.
I mean, fair. So, I'll work with it a little bit more and see if I can't. I don't even know how to begin getting it to recognize a psychic signature. So we'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, I'll mess with it a little more and we'll try it again later, yeah?
Sounds great. I love
Okay.
it already, even if it doesn't
Okay.
look the best.
Well, it'll be very pretty when we're done with it.
Lots of glitter.
Maybe not glitter, but definitely some gloss.
Shiny and chrome.
For real, like, I'm trying to get to Vibroblade. My computer's just like, nah.
Yeah, I'll mock up some stats based on a standard vibroblade and throw it at both you and Jaken later on.
Word.
And then soon as Elise leaves, Irene will go pick it up and just stand there staring at it, trying to figure out exactly what the fuck just happened. Because she definitely had the programming correct that it was supposed to return to her, which it did, but it was also not supposed to fuck up like that.
Right.
So
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before we skip ahead to the next day?
I think what does everyone do with the rest of their day? I mean, I guess Irene would be working out the kinks in that new weapon design.
correct.
Don't king shame the weapon. Vegas is dead.
We're gonna take that and put it over here.
And we're gonna never come back to it.
Vegas is out.
I think where does on the Involucre does Irene tend to do most of her gadget working? Like, because I feel like her room grants privacy but not a lot of space. Like her cabin grants privacy, not a lot of space. But using the kind of tables that we have set up in the community area might not grant her the like privacy I imagine she wants from working.
I'd have thought you guys sectioned off like a section of the cargo bay since we're not really using it.
Yeah, you guys don't haul cargo, so.
Yeah, she definitely has some space that she's claimed in the cargo hold that is just an absolute pigsty of parts and tools and grease, and just you don't go in there. But I mean, it'll basically either be the cargo hold for the big work, or for little stuff where she's just tinkering with something small and not really needing to test anything at that given moment, it'd be her cabin.
Okay, so she's in the cargo bay now.
Correct.
Cool. Then that is where Hypowest will seek out her conversation privately.
Okay. And after you guys do that, we'll figure out what the other two are doing.
So Hypowest does the like dad checking on his kid but doesn't know how to talk about emotional issues thing, where he kind of stands awkwardly at the edge of the room and picks random things up and fidgets with them, and then realizes he doesn't want to break them and sets it down again until Irene pays attention to him.
That's going to be a good 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, I figure.
And then after said 15 or 20 minutes, without even looking back, yes.
Hey, just wanted to talk about some stuff. Do you mind if I sit down? He's not going to finish asking. He's going to like find a place to kind of squat. And I was considering some of our ideas about how to warn the station, and I think this is a really good one. I'm kind of relieved to hear Elise and Razik are content with this last minute kind of warning system.
Okay.
Because it is, I wanted to address just with you, because you and I are the two who I really appreciate the community of Elise and Razik, their companionship on our mission, but they do not house the same values as you and I do about the freeing of the working people and the educating of the working people against the kind of imperial forces that are pressing in on them. You know what I'm talking about?
They're still socially enslaved to the man and his system.
Yeah, that. So I was just at a place where I was thinking, I guess it's not all bad that we can't totally clear the system, the station. Because, I mean, I don't...
How is that not bad?
It's bad. It's not all bad. As far as, like, giving them a warning is good, but whenever it comes to this system and the relationship between Tectus and Dacus, a lot of the working people on Tectus seem to believe that they still have it better than Liberation, and they chose to stay enslaved to the man and his machine because it was more beneficial to them. And that belief in their system only undermines the goals of Dacus, because they won't stand with their fellow working man. They have been shown a revolution that works. They see that there is a system of living that is more tenable to the moral and ethical liberation of their people, and they choose not to support that.
Are you seriously coming at me with the omelet and broken eggs excuse?
I'm not doing that. But I mean, you've translocated a list of people in the name of preserving the freedom of the working people.
I've only ever used my device on those that have harmed or threatened harmed directly to us. We're talking about potentially murdering dozens of people that don't know it's coming and have nothing to do with this particular incident other than being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I want all of them out there, or I'm not pressing the big red button.
No. I understand. Like, I agree that we are warning them. I just feel like they already chose something other than liberation. They already chose not to support the freedom of the working people. They already chose the imperial system and the crushing of their brethren in the hopes that they would gain monetary value on the backs of their fellow man.
But did they choose? Or were they given no other choice?
The other choice is Dake.
Do they have the means necessary to emigrate to Dacus? Every single one of them?
They didn't support Dacus whenever it was a minor uprising trying to establish itself.
Look, I understand where you're coming from, and I understand that you're conflicted. And given your history and your upbringing, I can't necessarily blame you. But this is not a battle that you win by inches. This is an all or nothing. And that came out wrong because, yeah, you win it by inches, but every inch you gain is all or nothing. And if you're not ready for the all, then you don't deserve that inch.
That all is, I feel like there is a mixed message there. That all is, supporting the revolutionary work of Dacus. It is not our ideal system politically, but it is one that values the freedoms. It's one that values the freedoms of its peoples. This corporation that hired us on to do this, the group we are working with doesn't care if these lives are lost at all. And these are people the people whose lives are being risked are aware that this is the attitude of their corporate overlords. They feel like they are they put their lives in the hands of these corporations, and then they say, like, it's for the best. They will march into the meat grinder chanting that it's better for the economy. This is who they are. And I don't feel like it's fair. I understand that I come from a place of extreme privilege in the terms of wealth and upbringing and the kind of work and education I was given. But I didn't choose that any more than anyone else chose to be born on Tectus, or technically like House 7. And I have only used my resources to try and do good and to free other people and to serve other people. I don't know.
Look,
I just was trying to work through the fact that there's no way every single person walks out of that space station safe. And if we warn them early enough to let them walk out of that space station safe, then there's a possibility that the lifeboats will be saved for those who are wealthier and more influential in the company than the common man.
I'm not trying to berate you. I'm I'm trying to speak to the better hypoist that I know is there and I know is trying. And the hypoist that's here right now is trying to make excuses so that we can accomplish our task with as little risk to ourselves, which is a natural inkling. Even I would like to do this without any risk to us. But in doing that, we're neglecting the safety of those that we could potentially kill. It is a balance that we have to find and we have to be okay with. And I appreciate where you're coming from. I'm just saying that if we do this, we have to do it right and we have to do it our way. Because if we're not going to do that, we might as well not be doing it. And if we're not the ones doing it, who is this corporation going to get to do it instead? And are they going to have the same qualms that we are about the people that we're attacking? We are already doing everything we can. And you especially need to let go a little bit and trust that Alicia is going to be able to do what she needs to do, and trust that I'm going to be able to minimize the damage as much as possible, and trust that you're going to be able to get the warning to them through their security system. We need to trust that we're going to do this right. And if we don't, then we fix it. We make the universe a better place somewhere else. Because we're not going to be able to stay here.
I feel like we are going to do those things. That is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is we might not get 100% of the people out. And that needs to be a percentage that we're willing to accept. Because you're right. If we don't do it, it's not going to happen. Like, if we don't do what we are doing in the galaxy right now, it's not going to happen. And I was just gonna kind of get up from his crouch and stretch a little bit, and he says, so that's why it's important we survive, because when we're done, and we need to consider that whenever we're putting ourselves out there. Nobody else is picking up our mantle. We do not have the numbers or support that a martyrdom would make appropriate. So I'm going to trust that you will press the button.
Okay.
Okay. Did you get the green rations or the brown rations today?
I took the brown rations.
Okay. Did the water need refilled, or should I do that before heading to bed?
I mean, you know our eating schedules. It'll be the doctor who needs to eat next, so whatever, just leave it for him.
I don't really think he's been refilling the water compartment after he's constituted his rations. I don't think he's been doing it. But then again, at least he might be drinking the water out of it just to make it look lower after he does his rations. I'll refill it anyway.
Let's go fill it up. Yeah.
Yeah, go talk.
All right. What are the other two of you doing while they're having this conversation in the cargo bay?
We already got the masks, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably sitting there trying to figure out exactly how it works to make sure we don't screw it up or something, or it doesn't fall off, or basically prepping.
Okay.
I'm not sure what Razik would be doing. Beside, the usual. He would have been kind of tempted to seek out some, just random news about the station we are attacking. but he's afraid that in doing so, like, why would the Involucre have his search going out for such articles just before the attack happens? So he doesn't want to put the ping back on the Involucre. So, yeah, no, I don't think Razik would do anything special. I think we can move on.
He's sitting on the couch with a bag of birdseed, contemplating life and popping them in his mouth. His beak.
Yep.
All right. Well, if that's it, we can skip to the next day.
Does Razik have a tongue? Like a hard bird tongue? Because imagining him eating the like ration bars with his weird little beak and bird tongue is an interesting image.
Yeah, I imagine if he's got the beak, he's got the tongue to go with it, right?
Yeah, like a similarly avian. It would be weird if he had like a wet human style tongue. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is a weird conversation.
Just a forked lizard tongue that goes up. Completely unrelated.
Oh no.
He's like the alien. He's got like another mouth inside of him.
Imagine a tiny head, a tiny tiny avian head. Me.
And every hour his beak opens and it comes out and it goes.
Do not want.
And this is where the cuckoo clocks come from. The first human saw on his region, and he made the cuckoo clock about that.
Next time on Ancient Aliens.
But before, a word to our sponsor, Raid Shadowlich.
Oh, God.
All right, Irene, can you give me some engineering roll weaponry to see if you make that
The weapon thing. The Xena Frisbee.
The chakram.
Sure, we can do that. Let's see. Engineering. I get +1 because expert. I get a +3 because of my toolkit. I get a +2 because engineering specialization. That is a +6.
Okay. How many hours do you think you're going to have for this? You want to say 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's you get 8 rolls. You're trying to get 10 successes.
Okie dokie, we can do that.
Yeah, I imagine you can.
That's a 43.
So that's 3 successes.
That's 3 successes. That's what is it? Stellar, amazing. What are we calling it? Stellar. Okay.
It's one below super duper. Yeah.
1 roll, got it. Okay. That's a 39, so that's another 3, so that's 6 total.
Okay.
There's a 25, which I'm pretty sure is also 3. Yep, that's also 3. So there's 9. That's a 22, which is also 3. So that's 12 successes total.
So after 4 hours, you've completed the chakram. Now, unfortunately, you couldn't get the self-returning system to work. But the chakram is like aerodynamic, and it works just like a vibroblade in a circular fashion. She can use it handheld, and of course, she can use her psychic. She can throw it psychically.
Copy that. Irene obviously is going to need some more time, and probably some PET scans of Elise, in order to understand the nature of the psychic signature, so that it can return based on the psychic signature. But for right now,
no, I mean, yeah. You haven't nailed the tracking. What you do have is a returning harness, where basically once it gets close enough to the harness kind of grabs it and keeps it secure. And she can affix that somewhere on her person. She can put it on her belt. She can put it like on her back, or however she wants to do it. Else, she can put it on her forearm. So that way, when she calls it back, it just latches on without any. She doesn't have to use her hand if she doesn't want to.
Does she have to do the Captain America like you just did?
If it's on her forearm, that was the last one I mentioned. But yes, she could do that. I mean, she could put it on her fucking face.
That's what it's designed for now.
Captain
It is
America
designed
chakra.
as a bracer. Because reasons.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yep.
By
Okay.
the power.
Right, so Elise, you can add a Vibro Chakram to your weapon list. It's exactly like a Vibro Blade. It can't be used two-handed, though. So, it does not have that ability. And, of course, you can use your Psychic Throw with it.
I'm adding it, so don't. You guys do you. My computer's just being stupid.
Okay. So, the next day... Do I not have a calendar going? I usually have a calendar going. Wow.
A Jakin campaign without a calendar? Unacceptable.
We gotta start over. No, I'm just kidding. It only sort of matters because, corruption. So I probably should have a calendar. Anyway. The next day, you guys meet up with the mercenaries. The mercenaries have a small vessel, and since there's 8 of them, you can probably tell. I mean, it's slightly larger than the Involucre, but it's definitely going to be cramped. Granted, one of the people in their group is a sim droid, so he doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And attached to their ship, they have the orbits to ground, low zero emission skiff that you guys will use to get down to the planet.
In the morning prep work, Hypo West would like to teach the crew how to access his secret holster in the case that they need a pistol.
Okay.
Just remember to put it back where it came from, and keep it clean, and of course gas up the tank before you return it.
There will be a surcharge if it comes back less than full.
Alright, you guys dock, and the Albish man, Makel, requests permission to come aboard.
Permission granted. Any one of y'all could say that, by the way. I know we jokingly call me the captain, but anyone has the permission to grant access. Unless we want to vote.
Makel and 3 of his 7 compatriots come aboard with him, and Makel is an Albish. Albish are pretty much fish folk. They got 4 eyes, 2 kind of here-ish, and then 2 on the sides of their head. And they got a very... It's something between, some kind of cool alien fish head. And with him is a Celise male who has pastel green skin and a pastel red kind of pink hair. And also a Zodkor woman. And Zodkor look just like humans, very brown, and they have horns on their head. And the other one is a Thuj male, and we've already described Thuj, but they're large, the largest playable species. They have horns. They have a triangular-shaped face, like where the point is their nose, kind of deal. Actually, they have more like the upper half of their head is triangular-shaped. It's kind of flat-walled sides. And they all come aboard, and they come to y'all's lounge. And Makel does introductions.
Super brief. What was the battery life like on these face masks?
That's a good question. They can run continuously for about 6 hours.
So it wouldn't be feasible to have it on right now, and then
you could. They don't
still have it.
They don't take very long to charge.
Okay, Irene has hers on.
Okay.
And otherwise is covered head to toe in like her work gear, like the gloves, the full fucking long. Yeah, she's completely covered. She's human for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
except for her attitude and obvious superiority.
It sounds pretty human.
So Mako says, well, I'm Mako. He points to the Solis. This is Ice. And then he points to the Zodkor. Jexa. And of course, that's Brihak.
Of course. Okay. I need to write them. Well, you have them in the journal, right?
Yeah. In fact, I can just do this. Boop.
Yeah. I had it up and then I had closed it.
Now you have it
'cause
up
I'm
again.
Smart. Yeah. Cool. So we met Michael. Is it Ice?
Ice. It's like a hard
Ice.
I. Yeah.
Okay, because I want to say Ace, but Ice makes more sense. And then the other person was Jexa.
Yep. And Brihak.
Cool. Oh, and Briok is also here.
Mm-hmm.
The Thoosh.
So,
Cool.
You guys want to go over the plan?
Yes, please. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
All right. Well, most Haley stations are constantly monitoring their elevator, so we will be using the transport. It's a SRL-90 emissionless transport. We'll load it up with the device and the 12 of us, and it's going to be a pretty tight squeeze. And we're going to intercept one of the monorails, the one with the payload. Take control of the monorail, which should be pretty easy. Most of them are unmanned, automated. And we'll use that to infiltrate the facility. And from there, well, it's going to be a running firefight until we can gain control of the ship. I suggest that we divide into 3 teams of 4. 2 teams will make their way to the control center, which is underneath the elevator itself. And the 3rd team will provide a distraction to lure the guards away. We've been told there's a roughly platoon-sized security team comprised of warm bodies and, of course, the automated robots and potential automated turrets. Laser turrets with IFF. So, what do you guys, I mean, we're supposed to defer to you, but obviously, me and my guys, we've been working on this for like 2 weeks now, so we've got everything detailed out. We just need you guys to green light it, or if you have any, tips and tricks.
Who's your doctor?
Oh, we don't have a doctor.
No,
Well, that's already a flaw in your plan.
We are bringing a medical unit. This is Razik, as you can clearly see. I am Hypa West. I tend to be our combat leader. But then we have our mechanics specialist. That's going to be the person we really want involved in the acquisition of the payload and the establishment of the device. So that's going to be a member we need on that team. And then we have a specialized combat officer, and that would be Elise over here. And that's generally the unit we work in. Combat leaders, so strategists. That's me. I'm also one hell of a cook. Then we have the mechanics, the damage dealer, and then our medical professional and all-around excellent scientist and friendly guy, Razik. As you can tell, he's a vocal advocate for healthcare.
Well, it'd be good to have a doctor aboard. Brihak here is our resident technician. He's been getting familiar with the device, and he's also large enough to protect it and move it with relative ease. So we were thinking we'd keep the device in his team, and you 4, his team, would converge on the control center, and I would command the diversionary force with Ice here.
So for your, I just want to lay it out really clear. You and Ice are the diversionary team.
Well, plus 2 others on the ship.
Plus 2 others,
Yeah.
yes. Because you said platoons of 4 or groups of 4, they're not necessarily platoons. And then our team of 4 would be doing what exactly? And then Brihan.
Brehawk and Brehawk's team and your team would be converging on the control center, which sits directly beneath
both
the
of
elevator.
teams.
Once you guys gain control of it, it's going to be all enemies are going to converge on your position, so our distraction will basically come to an end. We can flank the security forces, but we also need to take control of the elevator itself to deliver the payload once the device and all that is set up. Total operation time, we're looking at roughly 6 hours, sans any, unfortunate, you know what they say, no plan survives contact with the enemy. So, but from intercepting the monorail to delivery of the payload, we estimate 6 hours.
What is the at what point on the surface are we planning on infiltrating the monorail? What is our time window for gaining control of that monorail and entering that station?
Well, assuming we leave here within the hour, we can begin the operation in under 2 hours.
I just mean as far as intercepting a monorail far enough in advance that we can have Razik address any members who might have been even just mildly grazed or injured in the process of accessing that monorail. It would be, I feel like, an advantage to our entire party.
Right. Well, the first 3 hours of the 6-hour operation would be the monorail hijacking and transport to the location.
And yes, travel time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big planet, and you want to be far enough away where the Haley stations won't pick us up.
Yes, that's what I assumed. So far, I really like this plan. I think it's just
he likes the plan, guys. So
it's excellently constructed. You've done there's no work for me to do here. I feel almost useless. Well, you have my rifle, as the popular saying goes, and I'll it's a good pop reference, huh? You seen that movie? And then
the patron of the circlet, yeah, big fan.
Yes, I'm so glad. Did you see the directors? We'll have time on the monorail, but if you just want me to direct my group of 4, I feel like we will have a great time if it's Brehawk, correct?
Yeah, this is Brehawk. He's the tall guy.
Yes. Impressive. But if Brehawk could be the one to brief our own technician and mech specialist, just so that we have more than one person on the ground who knows how to really operate the machinery for this whole scheme, I would feel more comfortable. I would hate, all of the galaxy forbid anything happens to Brehawk, but I would just hate for it to not pop off.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Brehawk, my guy, could you take this human woman here and go show her the device? And Brehawk just kind of...
She is a human, but don't hold it against her.
If glares could kill.
So Michael leans in. He's like, "We don't roll with any Brodon or So
good. I'm glad to hear it. Well, I've definitely met exceptions in pretty much every case, but it's nice to know that my team is going to be treated with respect. Let's roll out. We can leave our ship docked here. I'm gonna do something real fast, and I'm gonna go to a space digital streaming service and set up a movie, and then we can leave, just so it looks like we're all having a nice night in.
Okay, all right. In case someone looks through the window.
Yeah, it's our alibi.
Oh, one thing. You're probably going to have to breach several security doors. I assume someone in your group, can do that.
We were going to ask if we could access a. I'm actually going to be the person mostly who does that, although our tech specialist, yeah, that's the word. Our tech specialist is obviously capable of doing it as well. I have some training in breaching security doors. So if you, I mostly do a lot of our security kind of and hacking computers stuff from our ship. And so I don't have a discrete calm tablet. I didn't know if I would be able to borrow one. I haven't been back in contact with our suppliers.
Well, it's a physical lock. You should be able to just, interface with it
Oh,
with
perfect.
something and, break the lock. If you guys need, like, a personal comm, I guess we could let you borrow one, but, we're gonna want it back. Those things don't grow on
Oh.
trees,
No, I definitely mean to borrow. I'm not gonna take it. I realized that my wording was vague in the like not to say.
Okay, well, I think we could get
Yes.
one for you. I think you can get this guy one of those from the ship.
It sounds like we're ready to roll.
That's good. I'm glad. Listen, looking forward to working with you guys. We haven't heard much about you, but obviously, our expertise is more in the shooting of people, and so you guys seem like you know what you're doing, and looking forward to seeing you guys in action. I mean, actually, if the plan goes well, I actually won't get to see you guys in action because I'll be doing the distraction. But yeah, still,
I
Metaf-
hope we have the opportunity to swap tales of our daring adventure at another time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Drinks on me if we all get out of this okay.
With Razik around, I'm sure we will. Cool.
This is our first time having a professional medical personnel on staff, and that's just a real, we appreciate that a
luxury.
whole lot.
Yeah.
Razik just goes tense and kind of shivers at the thought that these guys have been operating without a medical officer at all.
It's
Usually we
fine.
just-
You got super glue.
We just put some analgesic spray on it and slap a band-aid on it and hope their leg doesn't fall off. So having you around is gonna be a real boon.
To quote my brothers when they played baseball, just rub some dirt in it. It's fine.
Right, yeah.
No, please don't.
Vegas can't get enough of this guy.
I really
Irene
love this guy.
wants to airlock him.
All right. Well, once your girl is back, we can all load up on the thing that I gave her very soon, the SRL-90, and we can get going if you guys are ready.
From the cargo bay because left the door open. Woman?
Oh, she's kind of touchy, huh?
Well, you know, humans really struggle to get respect across the galaxy, and they can get a little bit defensive in the places where they can over the things that they can control.
It must be that, like land system. Like, how long have they been evolving? You know what I mean?
Shucks.
Sound of a stunner shot from the cargo bay.
All right, so Irene,
Yes.
we're following Brehawk, and he takes you into their very cramped ship, and he takes you into their very small cargo hold, which is just basically filled with this cylindrical kind of device. It has two like flat stands, and then it kind of domes out after the stands, and in the very middle, on one side, is a control panel.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So this is the thing they gave us. Here's the control panel, and it's kind of just plug and play, really. On the sides, there's some cables that come out, and you plug it in. And anyway, once we configure the shit to do the thing, it's supposed to just melt or something. If it's too
Yeah?
much for you, I can operate it.
I like you said, it's plug and play, so I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. With the cables sticking out of the side that you plug things into, and then it's got the control panel. It's pretty straightforward, it sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and just examine it a little bit more, just to make sure that I'm completely on top of it. Like the captain said, just in case you're not able to do it, that way I'll be able to make sure that I'm up to spec on it.
That's an interesting accent you have.
Okay.
Right, well, I'll be in the hall.
All right. Thanks. And Irene will take out her toolkit and, start taking off panels to look at things and putting it back and actually getting a feel for it.
Give me an engineering check.
Okay.
I don't think you have a specialty that fits. But...
Okay. Engineering +1. Because I'm not really modifying anything, I don't think my toolkit bonus would come into this. This is
you're just analyzing it. Yeah, so no toolkit bonus.
Okay, so it's just a straight +1 then. Okay. That is a 17, which is on the nose amazing. Stellar.
Amazing. Okay.
Amazing.
I just thought Vegas was commenting on the quality of the roll.
Yeah.
It's still throwing me for a loop, because first edition Alternity was good.
What episode are we on now? 8?
Amazing.
It's still throwing you for...
Yeah, I also played first edition Alternity for how many decades?
We get it. You're old.
Old.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's a stellar success.
Okay. So a lot of this is using proprietary technology. You assume made by Barrelar Associates, but you've never seen Barrelar Associates tech. But it's got an obvious unique quality to it. And a lot of it you completely understand its function. However, one thing you can't seem to reconcile seems to have been added. You're not sure when, but it definitely doesn't seem part of the original design, because it almost looks forced into place. There just seems to be like wedged underneath the control panel is a socket that something could plug into, that nothing else on this device uses that socket.
All right, I'll take note of that. It's interesting. It's potentially suspicious, but for all I know, that could be an additional socket that was added so that it can interface with the control device at the actual station, because they use a different format of connector cable, for all I know.
Right.
But I will take note of it, and I will keep an eye on it when we're putting it in, to make sure that nobody's trying anything funny with that socket.
Okay.
And then I'll head back in,
and we cut back to like a moment of awkward silence in the lounge, and then Michael goes, "So you guys see a lot of action?" You're muted.
There was some footage floating around there of us not too long ago, but and I guess that time we destroyed a mercenary group. But other than that,
not anyone I know, I hope.
Well, if you know them, they're competition, so you're welcome.
That's dangerous logic. Wait a minute, are we competition to each other?
No, we're not really mercenary. Like, as far as we work, it's more of a hobby for us. We have specific missions and goals that we work on independently and not for hire. So I wouldn't classify us as in competition with mercenary groups. We just work in
bassy
tandem
voice
with-
kind of cuts through the air and says, "Boss, the humans checked it out. We're ready to go." Oh yeah, well, Brehawk, he doesn't have patience for small talk and whatnot. So if you guys are all geared up and ready to go, we can get on the zero emission transport and we can get the hell start this operation off right. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but before we walk out, just letting you know, if you ever have an interruption problem, like here on the crew, we have kind of this thing. We do that, and like whoever has that has the
Zeke
right
with
of
your
speech.
hand up.
Yeah, we have the rights of speech afterwards. Like just spreading the word around, like it's useful.
Alternatively, this one did not catch on as much, but we do have a spirit stick, which is grants
Oh
the
my god,
opportunity
put
to
the
hand
spirit
the-
stick away. We are
It's
not using this.
festive. It's
We are not using the spirit stick again.
It prompted some fights. We won't get into it. Let's load
I
up.
briefly imagine the spirit stick being one of my side blades, me being like, "Give me that."
With a
Well, it's
sticker
just got
spirit
it's
stick
just
on
got
it and you just
glitter,
rip it
yeah.
off. Okay, well, okay. So, we need to synchronize our comm devices. The transport should have a receiver that we can all sync up with. So,
Yeah.
does
Mine's
one
pretty
of you
simple.
want
You
to?
hold the button down.
Does one of you want to fly it, or is it okay if one of my guys does that?
It's perfectly fine if one of your guys is up to the task.
Okay, cool. Jack, so you heard that? You're gonna fly the SRL-90 emissionless transport. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's all get aboard. Hey, Brehawk, can you go ahead and load up the device and we can all get seated?
I'll help you with that, Brehawk. Specifically so I can keep an eye on the socket.
Okay. So you guys load it in, and then everyone kind of sits down. And this is like a very small craft. It's got a cargo bay in the back, which is, again, consumed by the device, which is about 6 feet long and at least 4 or 5 feet tall. It's sizable, pretty heavy too. And then the rest of you kind of fill in like
Is there kind of like standing space?
No, there's like seats, but there's like one seat per column, and there's like a narrow walkway in the middle, and then there's the cockpit, which is exposed up front. So you guys kind of line up. Now this only seats 10 plus the pilot, so one person has to like stand up in the back, holding on to the device. I don't know if one of y'all want to volunteer.
Oh yeah, I'll stand.
Okay. So you guys take off. This craft is like pearl white. It's got a very like missile shape, with some wings in the back. And true to its name, it's completely emissionless. It uses gravity wake generators to propel itself, but it does take the better part of 90 minutes to get from where you guys are to the planet orbit. To the planet atmosphere, which would have taken you guys 5. So it's an incredibly long thing, and the entire time the Den Star squad are all chit-chatting, and for some reason above all of them you guys can just hear Mikhail going, "So yeah, that's when I went down to the planet, and I had a couple gambling debts to pay off, but that's okay." He's just always talking and always louder than everyone else.
So Razik, I wanted to go ahead and apologize because I didn't pay super close attention to what I put on the streaming service we've been using before I started the ship. I think I might have started that restarted that medical documentary series you were on. It will this is supposed to be a 6-hour mission, but I remember the episode you were on. It was episode 4, and I think the timestamp said something like 23 minutes. So there's a way to get back to it. It's just that it's not going to autoplay in the correct place.
No. There's an order of watching things. Now I have to start over again.
You don't have to start over again. You can go back to episode 4, timestamp 23, and then it'll be fine. But we had to have something on the TV. I just wanted something up on the display so that if anyone were to kind of wander through, they would see that there was activity on the ship, that maybe we were having a nice night in. I left one of the ration bars half eaten, so that like when we get back, we can kind of just pretend to be back at it again.
Sir, it's the
fungus.
Involuker. What's it doing? It's just vibing.
See, and this is why I have a password on my profile.
Well, I mean, mine was 1234. How could she guess it? Like, I don't understand.
That's the same password he has on his luggage.
No, you're not supposed to tell people that. Irene, I trusted you.
I couldn't help it over here. I like to do a switch up on the norm, and mine is 4321. So.
Oh. You know, I knew someone who had a private comm unit, and their password, I swear, I spent 3 hours trying to guess it, and I was like, this is the kind of person who's gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, and it wasn't that. And I kept going by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I asked them for the password, and it was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's really inconsiderate.
People can really surprise you sometimes. Thought I knew him.
This is silly. All right.
Are
Finally,
we going to Camelot by any chance? Or?
Finally, Jexa says we're coming up on the monorail. We're gonna be pushing this thing to its limits to match speed with it. And Mikhail says, "Okay, everybody, get ready." Oh, hey, we probably should have talked about this before. We were literally seconds from it. But have you guys ever jumped on a moving monorail before? That's a first time for most of us.
We will today.
That's what.
Wait, Irene's gonna have such an easy time with this.
Tanya.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't introduced your name at all. But
Right.
I'm saying out of character, Irene's gonna have such an easy time with this. She's got the boots.
Yeah.
If I fall, I can
Flapping off
glide.
the side. Like a wacky waving.
If I
arm.
fall, I can glide. That's my only saving grace.
I can't. Let's go.
Can you imagine? We're gonna have the opening of Deadpool 2.
All right. So the sides of the SRL 90 kind of like DeLorean open, and everyone kind of links cables. They put on this harness and they link cables to this bar on their side, and you guys do the same. And Brehawk is like securing the device to multiple cables, and he's obviously drilled for this, so he knows how to get the device down. And Mako says, "Okay, we're gonna do this in 2 groups. We're gonna have 6 people on the forward section, and then 5 people on the rear section, and then I've been saying her name multiple times. And then Jexa, you're gonna set the autopilot, and then you're gonna jump aboard. So we need 5 people for the rear section." Human woman. You're.
Oh, this is Tanya, by the way.
Oh, okay. Tanya. You're real good with machines and stuff. You wanna go to the front and help us, take control of the monorail, or is that someone else's expertise?
Would that be a security kind of thing?
Actually, it'd probably be computer.
Computer.
Right, which Irene's
I have.
pretty decent.
Okay, I have 4 ranks, so I'm not wildly good at it.
Well, and so does Irene, but also has a 6 intelligence. So
Yeah. Int is my 5, so
either way,
go for it. No, it's up to you.
yeah, I can do that.
Okay, excellent. Well, come on up to the front. All right, someone turn Obustron on. Get him going. You know what? I got it. He comes up. He comes to the back of the sim droid's head and flicks a switch, and it goes. Kill mode engaged. Oh, that's the wrong switch there. Kill mode disengaged. Combat mode activated. There we go. Okay. I always get those confused. You know, I've had this sim droid for like 5 years.
Apparently, someone else's kill mode was just engaged.
Yeah. Yeah, I get those switches wrong all the time with him. Okay, Obustron, you're up first. Affirmative. Follow me, fleshbags. And he jumps off. Alright, everyone's gonna jump off in sequence. Who's going to the front, and are any of you going to the back? And we know Irene's going to the front.
Yeah.
I'll party in the back.
Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter mechanically, because I need everybody to give me an acrobatics check. Ask Grandma.
You know what I didn't spec into?
No, take this to her.
Would there be any benefit to my mag boots helping with this?
Yeah, you can get a +1 step. Actually, you can get a +2 step because you have mag boots.
Oh, sweet. What is a +2 step? Because I need to add that to my roll.
What do you mean? That's just you just click the +2 step. Child.
Okay. Can do you just want me to re-roll then? Because +3 step, and I also have mag boots.
Okay, well just roll a d10 and add 6 to it, because you got a 6 in the d20.
I'm sorry, what? The kid.
Just roll a d10 and add 6 to it. Okay, we'll just let you keep the 4. How about that? Is that everybody, or
No, I'm
Wait,
missing
I'm
me, but
confused.
I'm just curious because I got a step bonus to acrobatics and I don't know from where, so I'm just trying to figure it out.
How many ranks do you have in it?
Oh, you're Esrician.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
I'm confused.
It's a racial.
No, for me. You said the roll the d10, add 6. Like, am I adding that to my
okay.
other total?
Yeah, I kept your d20 roll, and then you rolled a d10 instead of a d8.
But your D8 roll was better.
So we're just gonna let you keep that.
Ugh, I still failed.
Did anyone pass?
Negative.
Okay, you guys are either going to get gonna catch the pain, or you guys can spend hero points. New guy, if you flip to glide, it will save your ass, but the train will go bye-bye.
I'm going to spend the hero point.
Oh, I just kind of figured I'd get beat up a little bit. If I'm guessing failure's not going to throw me off the train.
Well, that will depend on another roll.
Is it another acrobatics roll? 'Cause
No.
I'll be truthful. I'm not a very dexterous boy.
It'll be an endurance check to see how well you take slamming into a moving. Well, you've matched speed, so you just kind of.
Well,
Don't
having
stick
that
the
spoiler
landing.
ahead, I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Okay.
It's
I'm
the
really
same
annoyed
either.
because I failed by 1.
Oof.
Oh, it's the same either way, but I don't have tons of hero points left over.
Do you want to make the endurance check then?
So I want to make the endurance check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too, because I don't also have a lot.
Those are both good rolls.
Finally, yeah, so that's a success.
Also a success.
Okay, so you don't fall. You guys were on line, so it wasn't like you would go careening towards the ground. You would just, be spinning around in the air, which is
Yeah.
great. I'm trying to see if I think this is what I want to give y'all, but I'm double checking the rules. There we go. This is the right section. I just need to find the chart. There it is. Yeah, okay,
Wait, I want to double check something. So my initial roll was a +3 step. I should have gotten +5 steps, so I only...
Oh, I thought you...
No, that's why I was so confused, because
Okay,
my initial roll, I only did the +3 step. I had a +5 step.
Okay, then roll a d20 and add 6. That's a 13?
I would have succeeded.
Okay, so Hypo, a 19, was that just an average on your endurance check?
Yeah.
Okay. So with an average on the endurance check, you are going to take a light wound from the fall.
I can do that. Easy. Cool.
Okay, so the rushing wind is like deafening, but everyone's synced up with their headset. One by one, everyone says cable detaching cable, and as soon as you pop it off and let go, it zips back up to the ship. Everyone's doing that in sequence. The cargo bay is already open, and Brehawk is lowering in the device, and Mikael says, "Okay, Irene, we need you to go ahead and get inside the cockpit and kind of reconfigure this."
Tanya.
Oh, yeah, he says Tanya. Tanya, you up for it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, one of them rushes over to help you down into the side door. And
they rush over to help me down. I just look at him and then walk down the side of the thing.
Okay. Give me a security check to open the door.
Yes, sir. I will do that. Security. Oh. I'm good at that, too. I forgot.
I have a question for Tanya. Do you have the translocation induction device?
Oh, 100% strapped to my back.
Cool.
Yeah.
You had not clarified, and I was imagining all of this without it, and then I was like, God, I hope not.
Yeah, strapped to the back. She'll be using the stunner for most of this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so just a straight security roll?
Yep.
Okay, do I get any bonuses? I don't think so. No. Okay. As a 17, which is excellent.
Okay, the door opens and you move inside, and it's almost like going through a pressurized hatch, because it's like all this rushing wind, whoosh, and you step through, and it's silence. Now there's just a little wind behind you. The open door. The cockpit is this kind of narrow hatchway. Maybe 6 people could stand it here. Which people are going to start doing once you're in, and everyone else in the rear is going to start moving into the cargo bay, or the rear caboose cargo bay, because most of this is filled with containers filled with grain and whatnot and produce on this very long monorail, and there is a kind of like a cockpit of its own at the very nose. It's very small and situated in the middle. Instead of a chair where someone could sit, it's just kind of like this pillar with this dome on top that's moving. And you recognize this as some kind of robotic pilot. And because you got an excellent success, it is not aware that you have entered.
So it's probably just hardwired into where it is. It's a stationary unit. Not aware that I entered. Is there any way I can get up behind it and pop a panel off?
Yeah, but you also notice on one of the monitors above it, it says, proximity alert.
But it doesn't seem to be reacting to said proximity alert.
Well,
it doesn't.
It doesn't. It hasn't. It's not reacting to you being inside the cabin, but it is aware that people have touched down. Right.
Okay. Well, then I want to basically just shut it down as quickly as possible.
Okay. Give me a security check to pop open its hatch.
Okay. Security. Boom. That's a fail.
You want to
That's
spend
a
a hero
4.
point? Or do you want to force it open?
We'll force it open.
Okay. It whirls around and has a single light. And it goes, intruder, intruder.
And just I'm gonna caveman this.
You just grab a fistful of wires and rip it out.
Yep.
Okay. It goes, intruder. And the light
Tech specialist.
fades out. And then Mako jumps in behind you and he's like, so is everything okay? We're good?
Yeah, it picked us up on a proximity alert, but I shut that down.
Oh, good, because, these things are robots, and so it can quickly send a message to the space elevator. We're gonna need to reprogram it to send the all clear. Oh. Is that the internal wiring in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a problem.
Just fudge it all there.
That would be a problem for you.
Well,
That's not a problem for us.
okay. That's good to hear. So you're gonna be able to reprogram it even though you've ripped out, 8 feet worth of cabling with your bare hand?
Honestly, if anyone could. And she's wearing gloves. I'm not there, but I'm just pointing out.
Yeah.
Who among the party is coming to the front with Irene? I know Hypoa said he was going to the back.
Did we know up ahead that it would be an autonomous monorail?
You guys know everything that the NPCs have told you, so
No.
so
we
no.
knew
Okay.
we knew it was mostly automated.
So Razik would probably have asked to go up front because he would have expected more fighting to happen there. So Razik would be up front unless
Alright, you
somebody
come
else
in
had
next.
objections.
Yeah. And then everyone hears over the radio, this is Jexa, I've got the autopilot set, and I'm coming down. By now you guys are all inside the monorail, so you can't see her come down.
Irene doesn't really give a shit about that. She's going to get to work on plugging this back in so that it works the way she wants it to work.
Okay, give me a mechanics check with the -1 step penalty.
-1 step penalty. Okay, mechanics, -1. I have a natural +1 to that. So that's a 0. Is this a repair?
Yeah.
So that's another +2 because of cascade twice. And my toolkit is a +3. So that's a total of a +5.
Shit, dog.
It's a 19, which is exactly excellent. Or sorry, exactly stellar.
Okay. As soon as you get all the wires back in place, when it turns back on, it immediately goes into standby mode. So it's awaiting input, and so you can, without even making another roll, you can just be like, send all clear, resume normal function, and so it does that.
And I'll just look over my shoulder at Michael,
yeah.
Michael, mixing it all up.
I can type it.
Michael, and just wink at him.
Wow, you really are everything advertised. It's good thing we got you aboard. So then it's a 3-hour-long monorail ride to the Yep.
Just sit right back in your hotel.
A 3-hour monorail ride.
Why did they have so much luggage?
To go between the cars?
No.
No, so we're stuck where we are.
Yeah, but you guys can use
Alright.
the comms because the
Well, that's just, I'm with Hypoist because I didn't want to split us up too much.
right. That makes sense.
So That's where I am. Just wanted to clear that up.
Guess I can't get Razik to look things over, huh?
No, he's all the way at the front. You guys are all the way at the back.
Yeah. Well, then we'll just wait it out.
Oh, that's supposed to be paint. For some reason it looked like a horse, cartoon horse vomiting. I'm like, that's weird. like a unicorn or something. I don't know. My daughter got a whole bunch of sparkly unicorn stuff recently, so that must be in my brain. And apparently they vomit rainbows. I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Ipuez, do you relay over the comms that you're like, just a little bit hurt?
I'm just gonna. I'll just say like, I'll give the all clear and be like, bit of a rough landing, but nothing we can't shake off.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean it's like, yeah, it's not a big deal. My ankle's making this like weird clicky noise, but I think it'll just I'll walk it off.
And you've just made the worst mistake. The next 3 hours is Razik trying to get you to describe the pain, the clicks, the exact movement of the ankle, and then him trying to give you instructions on how to fix that by yourself since he's not there. You're gonna have a rough 3 hours.
Okay.
The biggest bruise is probably on his ego.
All right, so you guys time passes and we cut, and then looking out the window of the front passage, Irene sees this gargantuan space elevator coming up, and this thing is just a massive, kind of like a inward curved, like ziggurat type structure, and it's just freaking It's several hundred meters tall. And it's just like this huge, colossal thing. You can also tell, because of your species, that this predates the regression. That this structure is Empyrean.
Even slightly under the face mask, or through the face mask, her eyes glow a little bit brighter.
Right, and as you guys head straight for this, tunnel entrance, everything goes dark as you guys enter because there's very little internal light, and that's like we hear the rushing of the monorail and it starts to close out, and then we're gonna go to break. So we're gonna be back hopefully before 20 after, between 15 to 20 after, and we got another hour 45 of Dire Roll Lost Horizon coming at you. We're going to see how this job pans out. They've got step 1 down. The easy part's over. Now it's time for the hard stuff. We're going to see how it goes, and we hope to see you all there, and we hope you guys are having a good time. Be right back. I tried to make a pocket of quiet so that when I trim it down in the YouTube editor, I see exactly what to do it. But no, as soon as I switch audio, I post. Yeah, you're I don't know what you were doing. Just all this creaking and.
My chair is a little squeaky. I'll apply some WD-40. It'll be perfect. But now you can just find the squeak.
Yeah, you ruined it. Okay, we're back. Irene's here. Or Vegas is here. That was a little weird. He's just, he's just a planet right now.
He's my entire world.
That's really sad.
Yeah, that would be pretty sad, actually.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone would want that. Okay, so you guys arrive, and you're passing through this pitch black corridor until finally, you feel the monorail come to a halt.
It's action time. Is music still playing?
Yeah, I killed it. It's all good.
Okay.
You saw the bot too.
Uh-huh.
All right, Razik and Irene. The door opens, and as it opens, you guys hear a conversation mid-sentence. Trigger the proximity, but said it was all clear, but there was a weird gap in the middle. So we're just gonna step inside, and then an Albish security officer crosses the threshold and freezes in place. And then Mako says, "Oh, sorry, man," and then shoots him right in the face.
I was gonna try something.
Well, you're in the back. This is the front.
Oh, right. Damn it.
Oof. Big oof.
I'm so glad that our assumptions about how he acts as a officer were correct.
And then the back opens up, and the mercs immediately spring forth, and a quick gun battle ensues. You guys let off a few rounds, and as quick as it began, the half dozen security guards that came to the monorail reception to meet y'all are gunned down. It happened so fast that there's really nothing you guys could. There's nothing you could have done to change the outcome. What? Yes, you. What?
No, that was just Irene. Like, okay.
All right. Well, it's not gonna take long for them to trigger the alarm once these guards, we discharged a whole bunch of weapons. So, you guys ready to break off? Here's the personal comm you asked for. I've inputted a map to get you to where you need to go. So, you guys ready to rock and roll?
Oh, I delight in rock and roll.
Oh, that's what I like to hear, guys. Sorry, we'll lock and load. And if it isn't the one of us, just shoot him.
Good roll of them.
And as soon as he says that, klaxons start sounding, and they break off into two teams, and what is Rihak starts pushing the device on a hover sled, and that group starts heading down one hallway. I assume you guys make for your hallway?
Yes, yeah.
I don't see why not.
All right. As you guys are working your way, following the map you're given, you come to a T-junction, and as you turn, the floor maybe 10 meters in front of you, a circular hatch opens, and this tube with a single orb, it almost looks like an eye, kind of rises from the floor, and it starts to glow red, and it says "Intruder detected." And the eye kind of turns in y'all's direction.
I'm gonna I just want to swing my rifle around and take a shot at, I guess the camera.
Okay. Give me a. I'm gonna give you a -1 penalty just because it's like your quick firing type of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an attack check with a -1 penalty in addition to whatever else you got.
Then that's just gonna be a flat roll for energy weapons. I need a 10 or higher for a success.
That's
an
an
11.
average.
Yes. Laser rifle for 3 energy damage.
Okay. You just kind of do some cosmetic damage to the side of its little affixed eye. It almost looks like a really sleek T-ball stand. And yeah, you just kind of scratch the paint. Everybody, let's go ahead and roll initiative, but I'm not going to pull up combat because it's just this one thing, right? And we'll just, because this isn't really a combating, I mean, it could be a combat encounter, but it's not really worth it, so.
Yeah.
Everybody just roll initiative. And I'm just going to roll a raw d20, and I'll use its attack stat. It fucking failed. Okay, Razik got the highest roll, so Razik, you're up.
Well, given it's a security bot and he doesn't have anything against bots, like going for or against, he's just gonna shoot. I'm gonna aim and shoot for. The speed of my gun is 4, so that would be 5 impulse.
I'm not tracking impulse. Everyone's just gonna take one action. We're gonna do this like old school, just because this is one
Okay.
thing. Yeah, this is more of a trap
Well-
than an encounter, like a fight. You know.
Okay.
Enemy detected.
Whoops! I forgot a 1 step. What's a 1 step? It's a D6.
D4.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't be able to reach anything, so I failed.
Okay. Next is Hypoist, then Elise, then Irene, then the security turret.
So it's not a plus. It's not a -1 anymore.
No, that was just because you did a quick reaction kind of thing.
Yeah. So just as is, +1 step. Damn boy. So that's gonna be, oh man, 1 shy of a stellar, but it is an excellent. So we're
Okay.
gonna roll excellent damage. That's
Okay.
7.
You've damaged it.
I rolled a 1. But yeah.
All right. Next is Lisi.
Is there any chance that this thing is recording?
You have no idea.
Vibro Chakram it is then.
Okay.
That's psychokinesis, right?
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. I almost rolled melee, which would have been wrong. That is a stellar.
Okay. If it's a stellar, it's probably done. Yes. You throw the thing at your vibro chakram and just cut it in half. Do you want to expend psionic effort to call it back, or are you just gonna let it land down the hall?
I'm just gonna let land down the hall and go get it.
Okay. Sentry turret down. You guys continue down the hall.
I look over at Irene and just like grin. I'm so happy with it. Like,
Yeah, I really need to work out the bugs in the return system, but you know, it's passable for now.
All right. 2x2. What's the marching order?
Probably Elise in. If it's 2x2, I'd say Elise and Irene in front. What's the range on the translocation induction device?
A lot, very long.
Okay, so you could hypothetically be in the back, but I feel like Hyper West is calling shots from like the back row with Razik there, and then Elise and Irene up front, so that Elise can close in while Irene provides covering fire.
I like it.
Yep.
Okay.
Good, because that's what we're doing.
You guys are following the hallway that will lead you to the business, and you can hear motion behind you as guards are starting to catch up to you, nipping at your heels. And yeah. Can you guys see that? I think I could do a thing, right?
Oh my god, I was zoomed in. Holy crap.
Yeah. Super zoomed, but yes.
There is a large locked bulkhead door in front of you, with a console on its left-hand side.
Are we supposed to see anything other than this little bit of room?
Well, the hallway to your left keeps going, but that's the end of the battle map.
Yeah. So I was just making sure that I was saying the right stuff.
Why does it have 4 meters and in parentheses 4 meters? It's like, seems.
You know what, guys? Let's just go left and screw up the entire campaign and just leave.
Well, you guys hear and probably if look behind you and see guards coming up behind you. So let's go ahead and go into initiative here.
All right. Oh, that's I'm pretty sure that's a stellar. Yeah, that's a stellar.
Let me put down a guard.
Did you need us to wait to roll initiative for the
Nope.
bot? I couldn't remember if it was okay.
Okay, and then guard. No pluses. Guard actually got a success. Okay. Average, excellent, average, average. And what did Irene get?
Stellar.
Okay. So Irene is first. Followed by Elise.
I think I accidentally hit something on my keyboard because that's you rolling.
Yeah.
You clicked on me and rolling because it's saying that I'm rolling things.
Yeah,
I'm not rolling it.
I've clicked on you because yeah, I clicked off of you. Right.
It's fine. I was just confused. I was like, "What's happening? How am I doing this? Am I magical?"
You're magically delicious. I rolled the 16, right? But it says Elise because I had your token. I had your token selected for the line of sight for the audience. All right. Next is going to be the guard. Then Razik. And it already fucked up. I don't know why it does this. I need to talk to my bro about this. Really fucking annoying. It's not supposed to do this. Okay. Does he remember how this is actually supposed to be?
I think it was Irene, Ipoes, Guard, me, and Elise.
No, Irene, Elise, Guard, Razik, Hypoest.
Okay.
It's literally the order that it's rolled on the side.
Right. Okay. So Irene, go ahead and go first.
Irene is going to dash up to the panel.
We'll say the panel's like one down, right in front of the door. Yeah, that
Okay.
blue thing's a light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dash up to the panel, and
That's a move.
that's a move. Yep.
Okay. Now add 2. Right, next will be Elise.
Okay, I want to step in front of Razik and
Hypoest. So you're going to take a move as well? Because you're going to cross.
yeah, and then what is it? Dodge.
Okay, so you're doing 3 action. You're doing a move with an evade.
That's it. Evade. Yep.
Okay. So modify this to be -4. Alright, and then next is the guard. The guard is going to take a shot at Elise. Elise, you have dodge 5, so he gets a -2 penalty, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that totals to a -1 penalty. He needs a 15 to hit. He got a -2. And that was a 3 impulse action. So, I'm going to modify him to 4.01. And then next is Razik. Okay, so we are now... The initiative's good. We don't have to modify it anymore. Razik, you're up. There is a mass of guards to the left of the screen.
Yeah.
They just count as one entity. Actually, you know what? I think every turn, I'll like ramp up the guards. I'll figure it out.
Well, Razik is gonna provide support fire, I guess. So he's gonna fire back at the guards.
Okay. You want to do a
And
2
he's
meter
gonna-
shift, or you want to stay
Sorry?
there? You want to do a 2 meter shift, or are you going to stay there?
Yeah, actually, 1 step back, and then I'm gonna shoot with aims for 5. With my newfound firearm, that is an average.
I thought you mean energy weapon.
Sorry?
I thought you swapped to energy weapon.
No, not yet. I'll do
okay.
that another level up.
That's because they're to the left, and that is literally the edge of the map. Like, yeah. You're using theater of the mind here. Okay, 1 physical, Because you're still using
Yep,
the slug?
apparently I rolled really bad.
Alright, you hit one of the guards, and he kind of like staggers back, but he takes it in the armor. And that was a 5 impulse action?
Yes.
Okay, high post, you're up.
Cool. Sorry. I'm struggling over here. I'll make the same. We're heading right, so I'll make the same 2-meter step. I'm gonna fire, but I'm not gonna aim or anything, so it's just the speed of the rifle, which is 4.
Okay.
Plus 1 step. Nope. Sure doesn't.
That's a 4?
Yeah.
Alright, Irene, back
That's
to you.
real sad.
I would like to access the panel
Okay.
and open the door.
Yeah. Let me, I looked this up prior.
Mhm.
But like a big old dummy. I don't remember.
It's a 3 impulse action, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, but there's like a...
Okay.
There's actually a section about locks. Found it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is a visual complex. So it'll take you 8 impulses to bypass it with a -5 step.
However?
It'll take you 8 impulses to bypass it with a -5 step.
Okay. So I have to make a -5 step, and that takes me 8 impulses to do.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, actually, no,
That's,
wait, I'm sorry. Minus
that's a
4
lot.
steps.
Okay.
Because it's actually a simple visual block.
I mean, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll take the 8 impulses.
Okay.
And security, just a straight security check?
With a -4 step, yep.
Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. That's a -1. That's impressive that it was only a -1.
Okay. At least you're up.
I guess I'll vibro chakram the guard.
Okay. Seven?
Oh, it's barely a miss.
Okay, are you gonna use your... Are you gonna expend psionic effort? To call it back?
No, but they just keep throwing it.
Good question. Consult the Book of Armaments. Psychokinesis missile. You pick up an object close by. It must be within 10 meters of you. I'm gonna say they're not that close. Actually... Yeah, they're 9 meters away. So, yes, next turn you can just pick it up and hit him. Try to hit him with it again. All right, that was a 3 impulse.
Yeah.
The guard turn. Okay. Every turn the guards are gonna get. There's like more of them showing up in the hallway. So they're just gonna keep getting a +1 step every turn. They're gonna shoot at Elise, who didn't take the dodge, right? Okay. So they now have a +2 step to hit. With their pistol. 8 of 15. They miss. That's a 3 impulse. I post, you're up.
Nice. That's another 2-meter correction and a fire. I'm going to aim for a +1 to get a +2 step. 5 ticks. Ooh, baby. That's an average success.
Okay. Roll damage.
Oh, 1
Man.
energy damage.
right.
Again.
Once again, hits this guy in the armor. And that's a how many
Yeah.
impulse action?
5.
Okay, Razik.
Razik's gonna take 1 step back, a 2-meter step back, aim and shoot. But that's a miss.
How many impulses?
That was 5 total.
Okay, back to you, Elise.
I guess something else. Oh wait, if I back up, I'm gonna throw my chakram out of my range, aren't I?
Well, you can throw the chakram, and then after you throw the chakram, step away. But yes, if you wanted to keep your chakram, you'd have to expend psionic effort.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fling the chakram.
Okay.
That is an excellent.
Oh, rest in peace, guard. Okay. 10 physical
Ooh.
AP2. They're now down. They lost that +1 bonus. You just took out a guard. Unfortunately.
No, I'll spend that. I can pull it back.
Okay. Okay. Just as incapacitated, so I'm gonna flip a coin. Evens, he's unconscious. Tails, you have to make a murder check. Odds. Okay, you knock him unconscious. And you're going to spend the psionic effort to call back your chakram, which means you need to give me a psychic fatigue check. Which, remember, as a mentalist, you get a +2 step bonus, too.
Yeah, wait, what is it again? Willpower?
I believe it's willpower. I'm checking now.
We've actually only been doing
It's a +1
translocation.
step.
Okay, it's resilience or willpower, your choice.
Okay, yeah, but I only have a +1 step. Where'd you get +2 step from?
Because you're a mentalist. Check your archetype bonuses on your character sheet.
It says +1 step bonus.
Oh, is it only +1?
I believe it's a +1 for mentalist, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was +2. You know, there's a talent that gives you +2. Okay.
Yep.
So you get a +1 step. And then you roll resilience or willpower, your choice, whichever is.
Well, they're the same either way, and I did succeed, so.
Okay, so you don't gain any fatigue from doing that. Okay, and did you want to take a 2-meter step, or do you want to stay there?
I'll take a 2-meter step back.
Okay. And that was a 3 impulse? Okay, the guard's turn, they're back down to, actually, because it's new round, so they basically didn't get any extra bonuses because she took one of the dudes out. So they're back to +2, they're going to shoot at Elise, Pachow. That's a excellent hit. They're going to do 1d6 plus 3 damage. That's 6 physical damage to Elise. Nope. Nope, I was reading the wrong. It's worse. That is 8 physical damage.
I'm gonna mark that particular guy.
Okay. The amorphous guard has been marked.
Okay, so again, I have 2 physical armor.
Okay, so
every time.
So you're taking 6 effective.
Yeah.
So you compare it to severity.
6 effective, so.
You're taking a light wound.
Okay. See, that's where I would have screwed up. Cool. It's a light wound for me.
Yep. And Hypois, it's you.
Nice. I'm going to be firing at that particular guard.
Okay.
And I am aiming, so that's a +3 step, I believe.
I guess it's an extra +1 step. So it's +2 step from the aim.
Whenever an ally, as Celeste can see, takes a wound box, I can mark the creature. On the next turn, I gain the benefits of aim without increasing the speed of the attack action. So can I aim on top of that or not? That's kind of vague. Because it's effectively giving me a +1 step.
Yes, you can double aim.
So I have a +1 from energy weapons, specialization in rifles, and then the +1 from marking that particular guy, and then I'm choosing to aim to add the speed, which is a +1. So it is a +3.
Yeah, I need to word that better. I already said it, but I think what I meant was you can aim for free. That's what we'll do after this combat, but since I already said you can do it,
Okay.
for this one, you can aim on top of it, but for future references, it just means you can aim for no cost. I'll reword it.
I mean, I can roll a d6 anyway. It's still going to be stellar.
Oh, okay.
That's a 20. Like I could change that, but it's a 20. So...
Well, I'm just saying, like, just I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I just wrote that wrong. Yeah, I will clean up the vocabulary. That's the thing with homebrew is we got a 12 energy, and this will be for 2 wounds.
And it's 2 wounds.
All right, you just took out 2 guards. So next turn, it's just gonna be a new guard, basically, brand new guard.
And then I'm going to make my 2-meter adjustment.
And you're gonna go.
Or no, I'm not going. Actually, I'm not gonna drop into the corner.
You can get into cover, basically, like hug up against that.
I can still shoot from there.
Yeah. You won't be completely enclosed, but you'll gain cover.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay, and that was a 4 impulse. Which one?
It's 4 impulse, but I did choose to take the aim, so that would be 5.
Okay. All right, back to you, Elise.
I did take your opportunity for Ruben.
Are these guards closing distance, or are they staying at range?
Well, even if they were, I probably just killed 2 of them. So, which, in a normal combat you wouldn't be able to do. But since we're fighting a group...
I know, I'm worried that I'm gonna fatigue myself if I keep throwing the shotgun and pulling it back.
It is a possibility, yeah. You can always just, like, take the dead guard's weapons and missile, and just do your normal missile damage.
That's right, I can't do that. I believe it also says in my psychic abilities that I can actually, like, make it, like, shoot the gun. Let me double check.
No. Not with missile.
No,
just with straight psychokinesis.
Would that be part of lift, or no? You can operate devices with complex moving parts. For example, aiming and firing a gun, you're levitating with an additional -2 penalty to your psychokinesis. Yeah, you could just lift their gun up and start shooting.
I'm trying to find that.
It's just under psychokinesis. It's before lift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there it is.
Yeah, it's second paragraph.
I'm gonna do that just because it sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
To try.
Yeah, roll.
So you get a -2 penalty.
Just a -1 because I got the +1. Sweet. Dang it.
Alright, you just let off around into the ceiling. Guard's turn. Now there's just one of them. He's going to shoot at Elise with the +1 step and miss. Irene, it's back to you.
I like I keep saying Razik is attacking me.
Oh, because I have Razik selected for the... Yeah.
I'm a very aggressive individual.
Brief question.
Brief answer.
You mentioned that this facility very much looked Empyrean.
Yes. So you can go ahead and reduce your penalty by 1.
Okay, now that I've identified it, oh shit, this is Empyrean.
So now it's just a -3 step.
Okay. Because Exalvi love Empyrean tech. So -3 step on my security. That is a 14, which on security, it's just shy of excellent. So it's an average success.
Okay, that's all you needed. You opened it. So, you get to hear all of my custom royalty-free sounds.
Whoa.
All right, that was an 8 impulse action.
Yep.
Razik, you're up. Yeah, and I'm sure Irene goes, got it.
Since Elise did not move back, I'm gonna call upon first responder. I'm gonna move 10 meters. In this case, 5, I believe, or whatever, 4, 2. And I'm gonna make a medicine check on Elise to remove the light wound.
Okay.
Do I remove it or do I make it so it's ignored?
You
I
know
think I
what?
remove it.
You know what, dog? I don't freaking know. Let's find out.
Let's check the
Battlefield
physical
medicine.
book.
Battlefield treatment is a complex skill check that allows you to uncheck a wound box when you succeed. Each time you make a medicine check, you tally 1/2/3 successes for an average, excellent, or stellar result. The number of successes you need to clear the wound box depends on your medical gear and the severity of the wound you're treating. Before you begin treating, decide which wound box you're trying to clear, the only one she has. If you fail the medicine check to treat a wound, you fail to make progress. You can try again later in the scene, but if you accumulate 3 failures before you succeed the skill check, you fail out, meaning that specific injury cannot be treated. It was battlefield medicine. So, what medical supplies dost thou have?
I have a med pack.
So you need 1 success and you get a +2 step.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and then I'm a medic on top of that, so that's +1 success. +1 step, so I'm at +3. I'm a technician, so that's +1 again, so I'm at +4. I have battlefield medicine as a specialization. I do not. Okay, so that's a +4 that I said.
I think so, yeah.
So 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a stellar.
Elise, your light wound has been healed.
It doesn't even show. There's not even a mark.
And that's a 3 impulse action?
Yes.
Alright, Elise, back to you.
Okay, well, we all heard the door unlock, so I guess I'm gonna start stepping back.
It's gonna be a 1 impulse action to open the door. And you guys can actually do it.
Actually, can I can fire and step back, right?
Yeah, you can take a 2 meter. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh,
Nope.
that's a big 0. Okay. Take a 2 meter, which is 1 square. Okay. The guard's turn. That was a 3 impulse, right? Yeah. The guards are going to now up to an extra +1, so they're up to +2 step. They're going to shoot at Elise because yeah, currently she's the forefront. I currently have Irene selected. So that's going to be a normal hit, which is 1d6 plus something.
It was +1.
+5 was the excellent. This is just an average.
okay.
So this is 1d6 plus 1 for a damage. 7. So you subtract your physical, and then you're left with 5, I believe, which is another light wound.
That one gets marked.
For now. And that's at 3 impulse. And Razik, it's back to you.
Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a 2-step here, just to be further back. And since I'm still adjacent, I'm gonna use my medicine skill on her.
There's a toddler loose with a harmonica. So.
Yeah.
All right, you're good. No more light wound. Hi, Post, you're up.
Cool. He's marked. I'm not gonna double up on aim, but that's a +2 step. No, I believe I need a 10. I'll double check. Yeah, I need a 10.
Okay, and that's a 5 impulse?
Yeah. No, because I had marked him, so it's a 4 impulse.
Okay, Elise, back to you. I'm going to rule that the door isn't actually unlocked until Irene's next turn.
Okay, I figured.
Okay, so I'll just keep firing that guy's gun.
Okay.
Jaken?
Ooh, that's a big ol' miss. Yes.
I just read something about battlefield medicine. It might be important, but it doesn't say what it does exactly. So the creature receiving the treatment is distracted and slowed. So far, Alicia hasn't ran away, so like the slow part we don't really care about yet. But the distracted part might play a role. But then I read the whole paragraph, and it doesn't say what distracted does.
That's because it's under the, there's a section for status effects.
Okay.
But distracted... enemies get a +1 step to hit you. And since this guy just escalated to a +3 step, he's now a +4 step to hit Elise. 28. That's
Get some cover.
That's a stellar success. Which means it's 1d6 plus 5, and if it does a wound, which it will, you take 2 wound boxes. So that's 7. So that's 2 light wounds after your armor. And if you run out of light wounds, it goes the next one higher. Okay. We got really close to having a naked kid. We were really close to being in trouble.
He's marked again.
Okay. I know, but my heart rate went up when I saw skin. Rizika, it's back to you.
She has 2 light wounds. I don't really want her to get shot more, but at the same time, what else can I do?
She also has a moderate wound now. Light, and moderate.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
No, you cleared the light, right? You just has 2 light. Okay, 2 light. You're gonna treat one of the light?
I have to. I kind of have to. I'm better at that than anything else.
I'm actually glad that makes them distracted. Because now there's actually a risk reward. And you fail. Okay, that sucks though, because yeah, she's distracted and you didn't get anywhere. Okay.
Do you have any hero points?
I do.
Do you want to use one?
She has 2 light wounds. They're not critical yet, but it could lead to critical.
I mean, the light wounds don't incur a step.
Yeah.
Negative steps.
But anything else she gets is going to incur the negative. I'm going to keep my hero points if she gets anything higher.
Okay, Irene, now officially the door is unlocked. I just got so excited to hear my sound effect. You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, that makes sense because I'm assuming it took the entire 8 impulses for Irene to get that success.
It took you 30 seconds of game time because it took you 2 8 impulses. Each 8 impulse is 15 seconds. So yeah, it took you 30 seconds to get that door open.
Open the door.
All right, that's a 1 impulse action, and you can do it by clicking on it.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my 2 meter
really
adjustment.
Cool.
Okay.
Inside. I'm assuming this one has a similar panel.
Yep.
Get in here, guys, quickly, please.
Single file. Okay, High Post, you're up.
Nice. I'm just gonna. Actually, I'm providing covering fire. So 2 meter, and then bang bang. He's marked +2 step. 22. So that's a stellar rifle boom. For 7 energy damage, 2 wound boxes. If it marks
wound boxes. No AP?
No, it's just a pill laser rifle. I am unfortunately not like Irene.
All right.
With all the armor piercing.
So one of them is pretty badly wounded.
And then I'm just shouting like, "Get in there, y'all! Get in there!"
Is that how many impulses?
That's 4.
Okay, Elise, you're up.
Okay. I guess I'll keep firing and stepping back, just so I'm also providing some kind of cover fire.
Okay.
That is a success.
Okay, you're firing the pistol, so it's 1d6 plus 1 physical.
Alright, what was that? Toddler screaming, I can't hear.
1d6 plus 1. So 3.
So
1.
Yeah.
Okay. another guard. So they're now up to a total of +5, but they're going to shoot Elise, who is distracted until Rizik's next turn. So that's a +6 step bonus. That's plus 2d20. So Elise is going to get hit, statistically. That's a 34. So that's a stellar. 1d6 plus 5 for 2 wounds.
I said to get in there.
That's 11 physical damage. So subtract your physical resistance, which I think is 2. And then that's going to be 2 moderate wounds, I think. 9, right? 9 is moderate?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2 moderate wounds. So you're now taking a -1 penalty on all checks. Okay, Razik.
Razik is gonna tell Elise, get in there. We've got it. And I can't really move 2 steps anywhere. So Razik is gonna evade and shoot
Okay.
for now to try and provide cover for Elise. She's too hurt. He can't risk. Can I stop zooming in? I want to move the camera. Okay. So without aim, it's just a flat d20.
Hang on, I just realized something. Could you mute? Thank you. It was supposed to be a +4 step on Irene, against Elise because one of them's wounded. So I'm going to re-roll that, but if it hits, we're going to keep the 6. Okay, same thing. Damn,
And I failed.
that was a really fucking good roll. 19 and a 9. Okay.
And because I dodge, I believe it's a 5 action anyway, or evade, because evade's
Yeah.
+1.
5 impulse. Okay, Irene, back to you.
What part of get in here? You know what? Just get out of the way. And the TID PP is getting fired.
Okay.
I'm going to aim at one of them that hasn't been hit.
Yeah.
So let me double check. Straight for the weapon, +1 for being spec'd into it, +2 for aim because of the holographic sight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a +3.
I want to get me one of those.
And I can install it. And because of the aim, it will be a 4 impulse shot.
Okay.
So +3 to hit. That's
Big oof.
That's a fail.
It's a fail.
That's a fail.
Okay, Elise, you're up.
I can do a mind over body check to ignore wound penalties.
Okay. You only do it once per combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a 3 impulse action.
Do I have to expend psionic effort at the beginning, or can I do it at the end?
To get the plus bonus?
To heal.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this power. Let me look it up.
Didn't you make these?
No, this is core. Most of the psychic abilities are core.
Okay.
I added very specific stuff for my universe, such as and including psychic throw. But what she's talking about, mind over body to heal, that's right here. Self-healing, blah blah blah. If you expend psionic effort, you also heal, depending on your success level. You can do it after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that mind over body check.
This is a 3 impulse action. That's a 4. So no dice.
Can I still also move?
Actually, I meant to do this, but since we are looking something up, I got distracted. You feel a tempting rush of power within you that will give, if you accept it, it'll give you a +5 step to the 4 you rolled, which would be a d20.
No, not taking it.
Okay.
So can I still move?
Yeah. Actually, I think that's only when you make an attack. I think that's only when you make an attack that you can make the 2-step shift. I'm double checking now.
Yeah, I haven't
Yes, attacking is you can move up to 2 meters before or after you attack. It's specifically part of the attack action.
Okay, that's annoying.
Oh no, use skill or tool is also you can move to. So I'm gonna say that'll work for psychic powers too, because it's the same amount of impulses. So yes, you can do a 2-meter move. Cool. All right, and that was a 3 impulse, right? All right, Shipubi. Guard's turn. Gonna increase them by 1. So they're up to a +6 step, -2 step, and they're gonna shoot Razik, who is evading, for another -2 step.
Plus, I've got the Azretian new trade that you gave them, so it's an additional... No, sorry, I'm elusive, which they're medium plus, right?
No, they're in close range.
They're in close range? Okay, well, that's -2 then.
Okay, so a total of +2. That is a big fat mess. I post, you're up.
Cool. This is going so well. Yeah, I'm just gonna aim until Elise and Razik can get in the door. West is not happy. But oh darn it, I didn't technically call that they were marked, so I'm gonna take the aim action for 5 impulse. 13 is an average success. Yeah, because a 15 is excellent, so I'm just gonna roll normal damage. It's 2 energy damage.
Okay. Would
Just
you believe
suppressing fire.
they only have 1 energy resistance, so you just killed a guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you gonna take a 2-meter, or are you done?
No, I'm waiting for everyone to get inside.
And how many impulses is that?
That's 5.
Okay, Irene, you're up.
Aim and fire. So it's a 4 impulse with a +3.
Oof.
That is a
A dead
stellar
homie.
success. That's a dead homie. Well, you let me double. Yeah, okay, yes, that is stellar.
This guard is about to be everywhere.
That is 11.
Yeah, that's a dead guy.
All the armor piercing.
Okay.
That's a translocated guy.
He is definitely translocated.
Yep.
Oh, and since we're kind of doing this as one group, since you just stellar, that's actually 2 dead guys. And that was a 4 impulse?
4 impulse, yep.
Razik, you're up.
Elise is
Go.
behind cover. If I take that spot to heal her, she's not gonna be able to go in. So I think Razik's gonna take the wise action of just full move. Go here.
Yeah, it's wise if you don't want to get
2
an
impulse?
earful from Hypo West.
2 impulse?
I believe so.
Well, I was just wondering if you were dodging or anything. Alicia, back to you.
Not in that corner.
Okay, so I can only do the mind over body once, right?
I think you can only succeed once. You can keep trying.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I'll back up and keep trying.
It's
May
a
as
3
well.
impulse action every time you fail. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I also realized I should have got a -1 that last time I tried. I don't know if I did that, so.
Oh, because you're wounded. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you failed. 17 with the -1 step.
That's an excellent.
You rolled the best you can roll on your negative die. That's an excellent. You want to expend psionic effort and basically be healed?
Yes.
Okay, so you're healing 2 moderate?
Yes, I am.
Because this fucking thing just says heal 2, which doesn't tell me what that means.
It says you also heal 1, 2, or 3 wound boxes.
Yeah, you
depending on the
heal
level.
wound boxes, so I don't know if that should start from the bottom and work its way up, or start from the top and work its way down. For now, let's just say you healed the moderates, and for the rest of combat, you're ignoring 2 steps of wound penalties in case you take more wounds for the rest of this combat. And then you need to give me a fatigue check, which is +1 step for mentalist. So add a d4 to that.
Even if I rolled the d4, I wouldn't succeed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you gain 1 level of psychic fatigue, which means you have a -1 step on all psychic abilities. That's on your sheet. Yeah, and you want to take a 2-meter step. Okay, and that was a 3 impulse. The guards are going to shoot at Hypoist. The guards are up to a +4 step, and Hypoist isn't taking any defensive measures, right?
I did not dodge and or evade.
Okay.
Like the 5 and dodge only matters if you're taking the evade action, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
19 is going to be actually. I think that's just an average. I think they're 15 and 20 and 25. So
Cool.
I'm double checking, but I'm confident that you're just going to be taking average damage here. Yep. So they just got an average, which is going to be 1d6 + 1 physical, which, considering Hypoist is for some reason the heaviest armor, you're probably going to be okay. 3 physical, which I think bounces off your vacuum armor.
Yep. I have the heaviest armor because I want to attract the most attention to myself.
Gotcha. Back to you, Razik.
I'm going to assume that IPOS is going to come in and close the door. Based on that assumption, I'm going to try to use a medicine roll on Alici, however, this time targeting one of the moderate wounds.
I don't have them anymore. I healed
Yeah,
them.
she healed them.
Oh, she fully healed them?
The
Then
2
back to
moderate.
the light wounds.
Yeah, she just has light wounds left.
I have light wounds now.
Until I can find the specific rule that says it has to work from the bottom up. For now, she can just mind over body, seal her own wounds. Because, you know.
I wish I could roll higher with a +4, but that's fine. That's an average, and I only need 1 success, so that's 1 of your light wounds gone.
1 light wound gone. Why do I even shoot people? Okay, Hypoist, you're up.
Oh damn, I can't. I'll just make a move to hop in here.
Okay.
If we can shut the door.
Irene? As a 1 impulse, okay. Alici, you're up.
It's a good sound effect.
Yeah, I got open, close, lock, and unlock. All different sounds. And they're all Creative Commons license 0, so I don't have to say anything.
Okay, well, there's not much else I can do.
But we do need to do this.
Can we lock the door somehow?
Yes, you can lock the door.
And there's a sound for that.
And there's a sound for it.
Let's lock the damn door.
Well, let me actually get the gosh darn page number. To lock it, you have to make it's just a 1 impulse, and give me a security check. You do have to see the security check. No penalties. Actually, you will get a -1 penalty because this is Empyrean. Irene wouldn't get any penalties. So it would be a security -1 step, 1 impulse, and if you succeed, you manage to lock it.
Nope.
Okay. The guards are going to move up to the door. Irene.
I will lock the door.
Okay. Give me a security check.
And this is flat for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
You want to spend a hero point?
Yes.
Okay. Ready?
It's an average success. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. We're gonna come out of combat then.
Okay.
So here you guys are. You can hear them clamoring on the other side of the door to try to open it.
Is the other door? You said there's a panel. Is it locked?
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's a help action.
That wasn't the end of the scene, was it?
No, this is still on one scene, so you still got your wound penalty reduction.
Just double checking.
Even though you don't have any wound penalties. Razik, do you want to try to heal that last light wound?
Yes, and treatment will apply.
I do have-
swap places with me.
You're brand new, Alisi.
Well, thank you. Holy crap.
Okay, so you're
I
gonna get...
guess that means it doesn't matter that she's just got a death wish then, because it's fine now.
You'll get 2 attempts before they bypass the door.
Okay.
So is there any way to be helping Irene in this?
Let me check.
This lock, is it like a keypad lock where like...
It is a visual sensor, so it
But
it scans your eyeballs, your face, and
Dang it.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to bypass that.
That's why it's such a pain.
I don't think this works because it's such a small work area. I don't think more than one of you could help. I think if someone tried to help, that would be actually a detriment. Because you're literally working on something that's smaller than this book.
Then I'm just gonna keep the rifle like focused on the door.
I was imagining Hypo as like, no, try that one, and like pointing and getting his hand in the way, and Irene just like swatting him away. Go away.
Right, so you have a -3 step.
-3. Gross.
Yeah.
Just gonna do a quick BRB.
That's average.
Okay, you actually just pop it open on your first try.
That noise is really funny.
Right?
I can't hear it because it's piped in my other...
It's so good.
I mean, I've heard it before I installed it.
It's so good.
And then you can just click it and open it.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Are they locked?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try again on this one to the south.
Yeah, let's move into this other room.
Oh yeah, and close and lock behind us.
Close and lock behind us, just like airlocks, baby. If we could get the other 2 to move in.
And Razik is AFK, so I'll move him.
Okay.
You guys can close the doors too.
Caddy, it's all you.
Do I just wait? Which one do I click on? This one?
The one on the left. Yeah.
Oh, I see it. There it is.
It's so good.
How do I lock it?
You make a security check with a -1 penalty.
Oh, I can do that.
Only the DM can lock and unlock. So. Yeah, but you guys can open and unlock and open and close.
Hell yeah, that's super locked. No, I mean it's an average. It's no, it is an excellent. So
is locked.
It's super locked.
All right, I will try the one to the south.
Okay.
That is a fail.
Okay. That door unlocks and opens, and this robot kind of scoots over.
Oh no! Close it, lock it.
First, we roll initiative.
Oh no! He opened it again.
That was funny though.
Just like
no.
Anyone else play FTL?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. New initiatives.
Yeah,
same scene. New initiatives.
Let me just close that.
Unfortunately, this stat block is on my pooter because they don't even sell a physical book of this. I think they do if you go to a con, but they don't sell. They don't print on demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stellar.
Oh, I got a an average. So did everyone type in what they got?
Yeah.
Who did not?
Irene
failed.
Razik.
No, Razik stellar. Okay. So Elenia and Razik got stellars. Elise and Razik. Razik rolled higher, so that's going to be Razik first. Then Elise. And it's already fucked up. And then Caddy with the excellent. And then the robot. And then Irene. I don't know why it does this. It's not supposed to.
So at the start of initiative, wouldn't we be able to just like do this instead of having us roll?
Yeah, but it just rolls its flat d20, which isn't right.
Oh yeah, I have a step bonus.
And it's also it doesn't do success fail. It just rolls a d20 and compares.
Yeah.
All right. So since Irene failed, though, I can modify Irene to a 2 because that's where they'd be. So it's actually Razik's turn. Yes, Razik, you're up first.
I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna aim and shoot it. Oh, fail. That's a 5 impulse.
5 impulse, okay. So that will bring you up to 6, negative 6 initiative value. Cool. And then Elise, you're up. Oh, I think now it's in the right order. No, Hypois is supposed to go before the robot. Okay, almost in the right order. Elise, you're up.
I guess I'll vibro shock from him.
Okay. 14.
That's an excellent.
Oh shit. Eight AP2.
Yes.
Okay, so it has 1 physical remaining, and that means you did 7 damage, which is that's going to be a serious wound. There's a -2 step penalty. Right out of the gate. Poor thing. And that was a 3 impulse. Right, then Hypois, you're up.
Neato, I'm going to be evading and shooting, so it's just a +1 with my rifle.
Whew.
21. So that's stellar.
So that's stellar. 8 NRG. NRG damage.
No AP,
No
but
AP, so that's going to be 6 damage. So that's 2 light wounds. Okay,
yeah,
2
a beautiful shot.
Okay. And that's a 4 impulse for you?
Yes. Well, I think evasive is an impulse.
Yeah, so it's 5?
5.
Okay. Now the turn order is how it should be. The robot is just displeased. Generally unhappy.
Should be.
Oh no. The robots have emotions.
I mean,
We're all
I'm
screwed.
unhappy too.
All right, it is going to take a 2-step movement. Hello. And then it's going to like whip out these mechanical tentacles, and it's going to attack twice with them. The first one's going to be against Elise. It has a +1 step. It is going to. I don't think it can aim technically. It has a +1 step, and it has a -2 step, so it's got a total of a -1 step. And it's going to lash out at Elise and miss. And it's going to do the same thing against Hypois, but Hypois is evading, so it's a -3 step. Because it's sitting at a
Dodge
-1.
5?
Yeah, so total -3 step. Alright, so it lashes out its tentacles and it kind of sparks and jitters as it does because it's damaged. And it does nothing.
Eat it.
Irene, now it's your turn.
Irene is going to turn around to this lock and try it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably get real frustrated with it.
Okay. -3
step.
Yep. Oh, that is a Uno.
That's a total of a 1. She's super frustrated with these locks.
Okay, Alicia, you're
And
up.
it's an 8 impulse goddamn action.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep vibro chakring this guy.
It's right up against you. You want to just melee with it?
God. I can still do it with the vibro chakra.
Yeah, it's designed you can use it. in your
Yeah.
hand.
Okay. Yeah.
You just now use melee instead of psychokinesis. Which I think means you actually lose a plus step.
What? Well, I already lost it.
Oh, to your psychic fatigue.
It's
it's the same.
Except I have a better chance of hitting because
I didn't hear that last part. You turned away.
I have a better chance of hitting because my melee's better.
Oh, well, there you go. Kick his ass.
That's a hit on the nose.
Wow, with the 7. It's poor fucking thing.
Holy.
I am very much a melee character. 7 AP2.
Okay, that is a second serious wound. It's getting fucked up. This thing's a champion, so it's got a lot of wound boxes. And that was a 3 impulse. Okay. Its turn. It's going to continue to attempt to tentacle you. -1 step against Elise. Failed. And then Hypost, you're still under the evasion.
Yeah, because I haven't gone yet.
Okay. And failed. Okay. Razik.
Nobody's wounded, so aim and shoot.
I have a light wound.
Oh, you have a
from
light
the-
wound?
from the train thing?
Oh, then he can't battlefield medicine that because it's been a whole.
Oh yeah.
It's been like
'cause
2
it's
scenes.
from the train. Yeah.
He has to do it the scene. Yeah.
Yeah. I could treat you if we took a break anytime, but not while we're moving and stuff. So I'm gonna shoot it with aim. On the dot. Yay! 4
4
physical.
physical. That's 1 damage. That's a light wound. It doesn't have any boxes checked on the light wound. You know what? Wound boxes are just so interesting to me. I like them so much better than hit points. Perhaps I'm alone in that. That's a 4 impulse or 5?
5 because I aimed.
I post.
No, I'm definitely a fan.
And I was a fan before Alternity, but the fact that Alternity uses it made me happy. Hypost, you're up.
Cool. Yep. Do I take a penalty for it being this close to me? With a rifle?
With a rifle? Yes. Yes, you do.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
So that evens out to a d20 roll.
Hang on. I don't actually know what the penalty is.
Oh, I thought it was just a -1 step.
It might be a -2.
Attacker with rifle or weapon adjacent to an enemy -2 steps.
It is -2 step.
Oh, I could have gotten a +1 on my shot because it's 2 or more attackers adjacent to the same target.
Oh, yeah. So you get a -2 +1 because you're both ganging up on him.
So it's a flat d20? Yeah.
Sure.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
that sounds
normally
right.
Yeah, I normally get a +1. So, flat d20 roll and then +1 impulse for evasive. 15 definitely smacks him, and it's right on the money for an excellent.
Oof.
This is what I do.
8
That's 8 energy damage again.
That's 6 energy damage. That would be a moderate wound, but it has all of its moderate wounds, so that would be a serious wound. But it has all its serious wounds, so that is a grievous, I think is the next step. Critical. That's a critical wound.
Okay.
Which means it now cannot make double attack anymore. It just lost its double attack ability. And that was a 4 impulse?
That's a 5 impulse because evasive. So now it's got a -3 to hit me.
Okay.
Don't even
and
try.
it's Elise.
Okay, so do I get that +1 because?
Yes.
Hehehe. Well, it's a hit. Damn.
Oh, and
As long as you do any damage, I think it's down.
No. It still has a light wound box, so if she rolls really low, it's going to be okay. I don't think that was low
I
enough.
didn't, though.
I think that means it's dead. Okay, so it's dead. And that was a 3 impulse, right?
Yep.
Okay. At the end of the round, this door opens.
Wait,
I heard a door,
wait,
but I don't see.
I heard a door.
Oh.
No, it's to the
Why can't I move my...
right of ours.
I can't
It's
move my...
in a corner at a right angle to the right.
I can't... There it goes. That was strange. Yeah. So just for fun, Elise and Hypoist, you guys are going to peek around the corner. Oh, Hypoist, you can already see it, can't you?
Oh yeah, I can.
So Elise, you peek around the
I
corner.
can't. Okay. Oh dear.
Get back in. Get back in.
All right. This is actually to well, Irene is next. So Irene, go ahead and give me one more unlock check, and then we're going to start a new initiative.
Copy that. That's a fail.
Okay.
Yay, roll initiative again.
I don't want to do this. I'm going to do it the same way I did last time, where they're all one amorphous blob, because there's just so fucking many of them. Also, they're not all coming after you. There's some of them are splitting off in the other direction.
It's so comforting to know that there's so many of them. It's hard to roll initiative.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
there's 8 going your direction. So I'm just gonna add 1 to the initiative, and then they're gonna have a +7 step bonus to hit.
That's an average.
I also don't. You know what? I can roll 8 of them. Fuck it.
Cool, 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 cool.
Let's get adventurous. Let's have a horrible round 1 that is incredibly hard to keep track of. We're gonna have a really fun round 2.
You're doing it to yourself.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is self-inflicted. So I've just got to roll that 7 more times. Okay. Oh my god, we only have 20 minutes left in the session? What have I done? Okay. Who rolled what?
Average.
Did anyone roll
Average.
above average? Okay.
Nope.
Did anyone roll better than a 19?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So this guard goes first. Oh no. This is gonna get too fucking complicated. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna have to do this manually. Okay, so it's guard first. And then, did anyone get higher than a 17 on the player
Nope.
side? Okay, so then it's 2 more guards. Guard.
The next player is 14.
Guard. Okay, next player is 14, so the 16 is another guard. 4th guard. And then the 15 is another guard. Okay. And my next number is a 12. So which
My
player?
number is 14.
Okay. So Razik.
Hold on, you keep
Hey,
scrolling
I'm
me back down.
13.
Ipoest is 13,
Okay, my next number is a 12, right? Yeah, so
which would be equal to
Ipoest.
Irene.
Okay. Irene, what's your... You guys both roll the same. So technically, according to the rules, you guys go at the exact same time. So I'm just going to put you first. Because it's hard to do over the internet.
Right.
Okay. So if you kill that guy, he'll still get to do his action, basically. Right. So it would be Irene, then guard, and then
Elise had an 11.
and I had a 7, 6, and a 4. Wait, what the fuck? I think I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I must have rolled 1 extra time.
got too excited.
I count 8 rolls for guards.
Me too. So how did I fuck this up? What did Elise get? 11.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Okay, so in terms of guard, you've got 19.
God damn it! We made it all the way to the second to last one before it's like, how many impulses to add? 0. You fuck. Okay. Guard. Okay, there is one guard before Elise, right? Let's just take this guard. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's fucking up. Okay, one guard before Elise, so that's just what I'm gonna do. Modify 1.08. There. We'll just leave it like that. That's the initiative. Fuck. I need to know why it's doing that and make it stop. Okay. This guard is going to probably, yep, just gonna do a move action to go to here, and he's taking cover around the corner. So that's a 2 impulse action. By the way, who failed? Was it starting with Elise down, or did Elise succeed?
We all
That's two.
averaged.
Okay, so every guard after Elise failed. So let me modify this to 2. Modify negative 2.01. And then discard. Modify to negative 2.02. Okay, now it's all good. All right, this guard. Which guard? He is going to move up to here as a move and take cover on that sliver of wall. So that was a move. The next guard is going to take a move and rush over to here. This guard is going to move up to here. Razik, you're up.
Holy shit, okay.
The one on the left is in significant cover.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna shoot the guy here.
Yeah, the guy on the
However,
probably should have had him
hearing all-
evade.
sorry?
I said I probably should have had him evade.
Yeah, well, too late now. I'm probably gonna evade. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot and evade, so no aim, just it's still gonna be a 5 impulse, but I'm gonna evade because I'm hearing all the footsteps coming in.
Okay.
Ah, that's a fail.
5 impulse.
Yeah.
If you want, you can put a status symbol on you to let me know that you're evading. Hi, post, you're up. I think you right click on your token to do that. I haven't looked at the statuses, so I don't know which one's like a good evade.
So I'm going to. Does anyone in particular look more important? I know that sounds like really silly, but
No, at this point they all look like they're in the standard
Grunts.
uniform. Yeah.
okay. Then I'm going to.
I'm gonna take the ones that aren't in combat and just start moving them away, just so it's not too. That way you know not. Yeah.
I'm going to point out this guard on the right of the pair to mark him for everyone else as the person to focus, since he's going to be the easier hit. And I'm going to make an influence check to do so. I go +1, +1, +1, so +3 to do that. And that is a pass, which means everyone, because of my new talent, Inspiration to All, everyone gets a +2 to attack that person for the rest of on their next attack on that person for the rest of the scene.
Okay. And that was a 3 impulse?
Yes.
Irene.
So the frustration is mounting.
Yep.
And she's I don't know mechanically how effective this is going to be, but narratively this seems cool as shit. She's just going to basically stand up, take half a step back, and just scream at it and focus all of her rage into her fist and punch it. But it's not a melee check.
Okay.
She has no idea she's doing this. She's just doing it.
Okay. Roll of cool. I'll allow it.
I do have to actually expend effort to do that. So I think I'm new to this one, so I think I'll have to make a fatigue check afterwards.
No, just take a graze. That seems fair.
Okay.
For punching something.
Punching a metal console. Yeah, take a graze.
I mean that's actually absolutely fair. We'll put the graze in right now, whether I succeed or not. And this is just going to be a straight, I guess, psychokinesis check.
Oh, you're doing psychokinesis. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's just doing.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
You're trying to unlock it, right?
I'm trying to just break it, but yes, unlock it in the process.
-2 step. And
-2?
yes, but because you're so filled with anger and you're at this point, Irene is unaware of her latent power that has unlocked. She feels this pull of power within her that she just thinks is her own, but you as the player can decide whether or not she accepts it or denies it.
Oh, she takes it.
All right, do you want to do font of power or moment of power?
I don't know exactly what the difference is off the top of my head.
A moment of power is just for this roll. A font of power is for this roll and then less bonus for the rest of the scene. But if you take the font, you're guaranteed corruption. The moment is you'd make a resist check. I think moment makes more sense in character.
Yeah, absolutely. She's releasing all of this frustration in just one punch.
Okay, so you are going to take a -2 step because you're trying to operate a complex machinery thing, and then you're going to get like a +5 step. Actually, and you're also
holy Jesus,
yeah,
it's +5.
It's +5, but also since this is the lock, you are still going to get the same security penalty. So it is going to net no pluses, no minuses.
Okay. Fair enough. And if I succeed, I do damage. Right?
No, you punch it and then the psychic power unlocks it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Got it. I was thinking the other thing that she picked up, but yeah, this is better.
You could also expend psionic effort to get a +3 step if you want. In addition to the moment of power.
In this moment, yes, like everything.
Okay. So you have a total of +3 step.
Yep.
That's the most pluses and minuses we've ever had.
Yeah. That is a 16.
Was the D8 worth? Yeah, you got a 5.
So that is an average success. And she just blood-curdling scream as she just slams
that was a 3
into
impulse
it.
action, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
You do need to give me 2 rolls. You need to give me a resist corruption check and a psychic fatigue check.
Okay.
Let's do the psychic fatigue first.
Okay. How does that work?
That is either resilience or willpower.
So that will be willpower.
Okay.
That is
A success.
excellent.
Excellent.
Or exceptional. Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, you just need to. It's just a pass-fail for this one.
Okay.
Okay, and now you need to give me a willpower check for your resist corruption.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's a fail.
Okay, you gain 1 corruption.
Okay.
That tracks.
There we go.
Okay,
And she just kind of looks at it, breathing heavy. I got it.
this guard doesn't know what's going on. He's just gonna stack up and wait. At least you're up.
I don't want to throw my chakram at him. Is there a dead guard?
No, there's just a dead robot with built-in weapons.
I believe I can use my psychokinesis to take his weapon from him.
To try to pull the weapon out of his hand? Yes, you can try that. Yes, you can. Try it. Psychokinesis. You can try to grab something another creature is holding, making an opposed check. Your psychokinesis versus the opponent's athletics. You must win the check to yank the target object away from your opponent.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay, so it's just you roll, and then if you succeed, then I'll roll his athletics,
Combat tracker's covering my dice.
which is 14 plus.
That's an average success.
Okay. And that is an average success, so you failed. So you reach out with your mind, and you kind of like tugs a bit, but that's it. Okay, and that was a 3 impulse. Alright. Which fucking guard is this? This one. I'm going to... it's also going to stack up. They're not suicidal, so they're not just like flooding the hall with their bodies. You know, they're being conservative about how they're attacking. And this guy's here. Okay, and we need to find which guard this is. Oh, this is the one that's around the corner. He is going to shoot at Hypoist. You just like get him, and then Elise did the mind thing, and then Razik actually shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, since Razik is in the back line, I'm gonna have him go ahead and shoot at either Hypoist or Elise. So I'm gonna.
I did yell and get him real good.
Sure. Evens is Hypoist. Okay, they're gonna shoot at Elise. He's got a +1 step. He needs a 15. He barely missed you, Elise. Ow. Okay, next one. This guy here. He can only see Hypoist, so he's going to shoot at Hypoist. You're not evading, or are you?
I don't believe I am, because I made the, get him.
Sure. Alright, that is a hit. 1d6 +1 for damage, so it's 7 physical.
Physical? Okay, I took 4, take 3, that's a graze.
Yep. And that was a 3 impulse action. Alright, next guard is the marked one. I'm going to spend 1 impulse to get out his stun baton. I need to mark him because we're probably not going to finish combat today, so I need to put something on him that tells me that he... I gotta say, I really like this Foundry stuff, but these status markers suck.
It's little things.
I don't know. Alright. Next is that guard. He can't see anyone. He's going to just... It's hold an action, right? How does
Yeah, I think it's a 1 impulse action.
One impulse.
One impulse, do nothing.
Yeah, but isn't there a way to like hold your action? Ready in action,
No.
1 impulse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you're ready in action, simply delay your next action by 1 impulse until the situation you're waiting for occurs, and then you use a reaction. Okay. So this guy's on Overwatch, effectively.
Can't believe he's playing video games at a time like this.
What a dick. And this guard is he's a do nothing guard. Alright, I post, you're up.
Cool. So we heard the little unlocking noise.
Yeah, and then Irene go, I think I got it?
Okay. Isn't an impulse to close the door, or can I close and lock in like one round of doing things?
Well,
like,
I'll give you this for
impulses?
free. You look over at the panel that normally has the touchpad that lets you lock it, and it has moving caution bars, and the screen is red, and in white letters it says system override.
Oh, so the guards have done that bad boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could override their override, but it'll be more than just hitting the button.
Yeah.
Also, I hit that table real hard, and now my little finger hurts.
I mean, it's not that bad, new guy. That's the same impulse stuff that I take.
Yeah, but
I
you do
do
stuff with it.
way better damage. Sorry. Yeah, we should be making a tactical retreat, but while we're doing that, I'm gonna attack this guy with an aim. So it's +2 because he's not taking cover.
Right. Do you get the? He just pulled out his baton. Do you get the benefit?
I don't
from
get my own
okay.
bonus. Yeah.
Cut me off at the pass. Appreciate it.
Sorry, no, I appreciate
No.
you asked.
You're saving time. Now we wasted time talking about how much time you saved, but
it's fine. That's stellar.
That's stellar?
Yeah.
So you mark a guy and then you just kill him?
Yeah, well, you know what? Everyone wasted their turns, sounds like. 8, 2 wound boxes.
And it's energy?
Wasted. Yeah.
I don't think he's dead, actually. Sorry to say. Oh,
that means it wasn't a waste.
He's down. He's down. You're right. You did it. Okay. So he's out. Take off that there. And we also don't need him marked anymore. Okay, and that was a 3 impulse or 4? Or more?
I aimed, so it was 5.
5.
Rifle is always base 4.
I know, but then the freaking TIDPP is 3, so I don't know.
I know.
It's all up in the air.
My rifle.
Irene,
my rifle's always 4.
Speaking of TIDPP. This boy.
Okay, he is in cover. So
I don't give a shit.
I am aware, but I'm just looking up the there it is. You have a -2 step from his cover.
Hold on, I want to double check something.
I also want to double check something. As I was looking there, I saw a little paragraph that said cover and dodging. If a target is both dodging and behind cover, don't stack the attack penalties. Just use the best one that applies. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and aim at him and get rid of that -2. And then I get a +1 because spec'd into it, so it's just a +1.
Ooh.
That's still a fail.
4 impulse?
4 impulse, yep.
Alright, at least see.
So that guy dropped his baton, right?
Yes.
So it's a melee weapon. I'm gonna fling it at the other guard.
Using psychic throw?
Yep.
Okay. He doesn't get his cover because you're attacking him from the side.
That is an excellent.
Okay.
Got a 1d4 plus. Where is it?
For the stun baton?
Yeah, 1d4 plus 4.
No, this one's an NPC stun baton. So it's 1d. You got an excellent? 1d6 plus 3.
9.
So 9. Minus 2. That's a serious
You said it was a
wound.
stun baton?
Yeah, it's not in the book. It's one he had on his own. I think
Yeah,
he
I'm
made it
I'm
up.
going by the stat block, which has slightly different damages. Because
Does it have the stun property?
it does. Yeah, I was about to do that. He's got to make an endurance.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, you were just
because
ahead
that's
of
going to
me.
be
Yeah.
friggin' hilarious.
He has a 17 plus endurance. Oh wow, he fucking succeeded. What a dick. Alright, that was a 3 impulse for Elise. Okay, let's that guard is going to delay 1. That guard can actually see Hypoist. But he has to shoot past his buddy there, so it's gonna be a -2 step. And so it's gonna be a total of -1 step. Ooh, that's a narrow miss. And that was a 3 impulse. And then this guard is going to pass. Nothing. This guard is continuing to ready in action. Actually, he's going to come off of ready. And he's going to 1 impulse get out his stun baton. This guard out. This guard is going to hang out. Okay, we've gone full circle. Alright, we're back to the stun baton guy. He is going to move all the way up. That's a 2 impulse move. And he's going to evade, so that's going to be a 3 impulse. So he's moving up cautiously, basically. And we need to apply the evasion. And this guard, he's going to move up to here into cover. It's going to be 2 impulse action. Razik, your turn.
Razik heard the door unlock. He's kind of shit with a gun, and moving out of this area to go melee would be dumb. Nobody's hurt, so I think I'm going to spend 1 action to open the door. It might be the dumbest thing I've ever done, but that's what I'm going for. I didn't say that. It's Jaken taking over my body.
That's true. He didn't say that. I took over his body.
I'm down for either.
Okay.
I still feel like there's so many dudes to fight that it might run on kind of long.
Yeah, we've only taken out 1 guy. Anyway, I wanted Razik to take his turn, and then you guys could type your response. So.
Can I open the door?
Yeah, 1 action. Yeah, you just click it, dog. So fucking cool. Okay. All right, so we're gonna end the round.
You motherfucker.
Another layer of defense.
Oh, this is fun. I'm having fun.
Hey, and as my action, can I take a 2-step? Or is it not a skill?
You know how to 2-step?
You can take a 2 meter. Yeah.
That is a skill.
All right. This guard is going to shoot at Elise, and he's going to aim. And he got an excellent.
He's gonna get another stun baton to the face.
So that's a 1d6 plus 5. Oh my god! Am I rolling rigged dice? No, that's 11 physical.
So it's a moderate wound.
Which you're not getting any wound penalties because it's still the same scene.
Over body.
Mind over body. Okay, this guard is going to try to shoot past his buddy to hit Hypoist. And he's going to aim, making it just a flat 20. Okay, ciao. Oh, he actually got you, Hypoist.
Wow.
For 6 physical damage.
Cool. So not 6 physical damage.
Yeah, a graze. That's just a 2 meter, so.
Yeah.
That's just a 2 meter, so it's only 1 impulse. Elise.
Well, the guard that shot me is getting stun baton to the face.
Okay.
Or not.
It's a big or not, yeah.
Do you want to take your 2-step as well, or are you sticking there?
Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm about.
This guard is going to take a shot, aim and shoot at Hypoist. And miss. Alright, this guard can't see shit. He is going to go on a delayed action. One impulse. Razik, back to you.
1 impulse action to move 2-step.
Okay. This guard's turn. 1 impulse to do nothing. This guard's turn. Nothing. Irene. This is the last impulse, but we have quite a few people on this impulse.
Yeah. Irene's going to step back, aim, and shoot the guard undercover.
Okay, so he's that total +1, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
And it'll be a 4 impulse shot. That is going to be a hit. I just don't remember what kind of hit. It's an average. 1 away from an excellent.
Okay.
So
Well, this is
average...
the TIDPP, so he's probably fucking dead.
Yeah. That is 6 energy damage, all the armor piercing. And he's probably irradiated if he isn't dead.
Oh yeah, irradiate. What's that do again?
It's damage over time.
Yeah, okay. Got a cool little radiation symbol. You done?
Yes.
4 impulse?
Correct.
Okay. Louis Vuitton is going to he's going to take a 2-step, continue to evade, and strike at Elise. He's advancing inward.
I didn't even see that guy.
Yeah, he's a tricksy one.
I wasn't sure if he was there, which is why I didn't attack him.
You guys can always ask. So he's going to attack you
Well,
with a stun baton.
The dead robot is still there, and he was under it, apparently.
He was under the dead robot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
for us,
didn't see him the whole
him.
time.
That's strange. On my screen, he was over the dead robot. I'll just delete the dead robot.
Cool.
Okay. Mute. He has a +1 step. He needs a 15 to hit. That's an 18. You are going to take 1d6 physical damage. That's a 1. And then you need to give me an endurance check. An endurance check.
No.
Okay, you are stunned for 3 impulses, which means you're getting pushed back. Impulse 5 on the next round. And that was a 4 impulse for him. And mute. This guy is going to take out his baton. 1 impulse. Back to you. No, that was it. That was the last guy. Okay. No, 0 is still this impulse. Yeah. Okay, so Razik, you're up.
1 impulse, hold action. It's 2 conditions, so Elise moves back toward me and doors closed. And I'm gonna use medicine on Elise, assuming she moves back and doors closed.
Okay. This guard going to nothing. Do nothing guard. This guard is going to do nothing. And that is where I press spacebar. Okay. That's the session, guys. Mid combat, unfortunately, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. We're gonna do shout outs, and then we're gonna get out of here. We're going to do ladies first, but to not seem like nepotism, we're gonna do Caddy.
Oh, cool. All good. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got the ping. yeah, so there are links in the, I believe it's to this side, description area. Follow our Twitter for details and artwork. Follow my Twitter for more general artwork and details and that kind of thing. And then, of course, the Instagram. My Etsy shop is a bit on hold because I'm mostly spending my time knitting. Well, there's something you can make for face masks that allow the elastic to clip onto something other than your ears. So I'm not really making stuff for sale right now. I've put dice bags on hold and things like that. I do have some pre-made that you can order from the shop, but it's just not going to happen for a little while. There's a pandemic. So, yeah, other than that, give everyone a look-see and check out, I mean, I'm taking this from Vegas, but check out Vegas' Bank.
Okay, Elenia.
Hey guys, I only got the 2 things. Twitter, I don't really do much with it, but if you want to, tweet at me if you'd want to see me make something in a coaster, like these Harry Potter themed ones. Got a Slytherin, got a Gryffindor. This will be a set of 4. It'll go on sale on my Etsy Ultimate Nerd Stop once they're done. I don't really have much else to say than that. I have a few things that are already up for sale on there. They're ready to go, and I'll just post more things as I get them. Check them out.
Cool. Thanks.
Again, thanks for watching. Over on the hold on, there, yeah, there. Over there, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, SoundCloud, which we still haven't added. SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/JohnnyVegas82, number 8, number 2. Yeah, I mean, that's all I've really got for right now. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry about the SoundCloud thing. All right, everybody. We'll be back next week where we will conclude this combat and see what other twists and turns and perhaps more locked doors are in our
Fucking
adventures,
locked doors.
our adventurers' future. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We hope you had a great time. We'll be back with more our Alternity action, and we will see you guys next week. Have a great night.